And welcome everybody to episode 3 of Tales of Amnesia. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we left off on a little bit of a cliffhanger. And now let's go back to the cliffhanger. Naka. As the dim light flickers across Vidar's face, you're stricken with the unsettling familiarity in his symptoms. His once steady gaze now falters, clouded with a shadow of dread that you've seen before. His breaths are uneven, his movements are strained, his eyes, they're just like your father's. What would you like to do?
Oh my goodness. One, I would love to ask Vidar how he's feeling. Vidar,
I'm not answering. I'm tucked in a corner trying to cover my ears and
Probably.
Okay. I wanna converse with Iggy then.
Yeah.
I would imagine the rest of the party is just standing at defense against a possible shadow approaching in the room.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, your fear is definitely ready for a shadow to appear.
All right.
Iggy, you know what
You know
this
what's
is?
going on with him?
Yes.
I think I know what's going on with him. I've never dealt with this before, but...
Does anyone else from this world know what is going on?
It sounds like
it's like a shadow. It is
Well, What do you think it is?
This very same thing happened to my father.
Oh,
how did? Oh, yes, your father.
It is a parasite creature, something called an Arno.
Arno?
You have spiders here, right?
Yes.
Demon
like that,
spiders.
but bigger. Bigger, much worse.
Bigger, much worse.
Eat you from the inside. Bad.
We need to get out of here.
what about Vidar?
Where do we?
Take him and run. I don't know how he got infected, but we need to leave now. Now.
Before we left off last session, I shot a grappling hook up into the hole in the ceiling.
Yes.
Can I grab onto Caleb, your voice is not coming through.
Sorry, I was muted. Yeah. You want to grab onto the grappling? Do you want to start like pulling up, sort of deal?
I want to grab Vidar.
Okay.
And zip up.
So, as that's occurring, and you guys are having this initial conversation, Vidar crawled up in this ball. You start crawling over to the computer. You're muted right now. Oh, is that me?
I shouldn't
Oh,
be.
No, sorry, that was me. Go ahead.
Okay. Knowing a message can be sent out, I would like to try and overwrite the message being transmitted and write my own message and broadcast it. Just
Okay.
a quick sentence or two.
What are you trying to write?
Vidar Melne from Z on DV5. We crash landed onto a planet in the Amnesian zone. Need help.
Okay. Iggy, give me a perception check.
Okay. We're gonna see if my green dice are playing nicer today. I'd love to roll something above a 5. Okay, that's better. You said perception?
Correct.
18.
Okay. As you are sort of having this conversation with Naka and getting the grappling hook in place, you look over and see Vidar just arriving to the computer and starting to like type stuff into it.
Can I, before I yoink him away, can I like understand whatever he's writing? Is it in a language that I know?
Yes, there's probably a handful more like, slashes and
Spelling
carrots
errors and sure,
whatever the heck. But yeah,
he's
you can
writing
tell
in
roughly what he's
code.
writing. Right. Carrot message, carrot types the message, carrot / message,
Is he actually typing what he wants to type?
There are
that was what I
spelling
was
mistakes. It is chaotic, but it is understandable.
Okay. I will just quickly say, how long do you need? Is he responsive at all?
How long do I need?
Give me, I don't know what this would be. Give me a wisdom saving throw. You better believe it wasn't going to be intelligence, because
Gosh.
5.
Screw.
Oh boy.
Steve,
Nothing.
you're muted, by the way.
Nothing. Nothing's getting through, Grant. I mean, Ignatius, Iggy, whatever the frick.
Can is he okay when he's typing, is he like doing it with any kind of like speed? Can I get a gist of what he's an idea of the message and like auto complete it for, what I think he wants to say?
Probably.
Okay, I would let him struggle for a second, and then I'm gonna yoink him away and tell Naka to actually no. Naka, you grab him.
Yep.
Take this grappling, zip up there. I'm sure you can hold on to him better than I can. I will finish this message and then be right behind you.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I just
Yeah.
You
You go and grab. It doesn't take much to pick you up.
All right.
Vidar, a fully grown RNO behind you, stands and grabs you by your shirt collar and lifts you into the air.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I'm gonna fight it.
Oh no.
No, come on.
I think try to run away, not shoot, but try to like break away from the grapple and
Okay.
run away.
Give me a contested grapple check, I suppose.
Yeah, so Naka, that's going to be an athletics check. Vidar, that's athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
Oh, in that case.
And that is why I suggested you do this, Naka, because I knew I was gonna fail this.
21.
Nice.
$15.
Okay. Vidar, you do not manage to get away. Naka, as you sort of lift him up and, pull him up by his shirt or whatever, Vidar has one mechanical arm, but he has one normal arm. And you can see underneath his skin, like, movement all the way down his arm. But you do manage to grab him. Vidar, probably a full disaster. Just unable to sort of contain what's going on and being ripped away before being able to send your distress message. And Naka, I assume you make it over to the grappling hook and start trying to pull the both of you up.
Before I go up, can I ask Yorfir or Alora or Ember, any of them, how they fight the shadows, since they reference the shadows?
We
Kill them with whatever you have. Whatever weapon or spell, we gotta kill it.
Is Omnite present when you fight them?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah. Was Naka the only person who saw the thing moving in his arm, or were we close enough to see that?
What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Yeah.
Probably not great.
11.
15.
How do I figure that out?
Left side of your sheet in the middle. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah,
It's on D&D Beyond.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
14.
14 for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would just be Iggy probably that notices.
Cool.
Iggy, yeah, you'd probably see. It would probably look almost like what's this bone right here? I don't know
Humerus.
what bone that is.
A
A humerus.
Yeah.
Like as if there was a second humerus in there, just pushing against the length of the skin.
Oh, cut it out. Cut it out. Kill it with fire.
Hey, this is the nastiest thing we wrote. I'm gonna
think-
milk it for all it's worth.
I think I would definitely exchange glances with Iggy at that point, seeing it.
Uh,
Like,
Are you already
what the
going
f-
up the zip?
if you need to cut that off, cut it off.
What?
Worried, man. Oh my gosh.
How do you,
what
how do you
off?
kill these things? How do you kill them?
I mean, you can kill them. I've never killed one inside somebody before, but
Oh, gosh.
Where is it at right now? In his brain?
It's gonna try to get to his brain if it's not already there.
Well, then we
I
need
feel
to
like
get it
we
out.
need to move along, guys.
Get
Get
out.
up the zip line.
as you say it,
Get
I
out.
go and I'm pulling Vidar out
Okay.
of the zip line.
Give me an athletics check. I mean, climbing a zip line would probably be no issue for you, but carrying a person with one hand who's trying to get away from you might be a little harder.
16 plus 6.
Okay, never mind. You managed. Yeah, you struggle. Not at all. Vidar, the RNO spins a web into the ceiling and is pulling you down towards its nest.
So beautiful.
Um,
As this is all happening, I'm gonna shout to Naka on his way up. We need to take him to Hagen. Like now.
Who's Hagen?
Hagen is a healer
The healer.
from Decaxia.
Oh yeah. Okay.
She will know what to do. We need to take her. Take him to her.
Interesting.
Do you think if we heated his body up, that it would make him not a good host for the parasite? Because
How do you suggest eating his body?
well, I have
I'm yelling. How do you suggest?
Everyone else should
Okay,
follow
yeah,
up the
I'll
zip
follow.
line.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the last one up. I'm making sure the women and children get out first.
all right.
Thanks, good man.
I'll go up as soon as I finish the message on the.
You're
channel.
welcome.
Iggy, heads or tails? Or sorry.
Oh, no.
highs or lows?
No,
Not heads or tails.
No.
Having flashbacks right
We
now.
don't like that game.
Nasty.
That's a
Yeah.
nasty trick.
Highs or lows?
Eyes.
Oh.
Okay. You're continuing the code. You're not a coder necessarily, but your context clues trying to put it through. And about 75% of the way through the message,
No,
you see the power go out on the Omnite crystal.
man, I didn't get enough juice in that thing with my super beach rock.
Did I see it?
Super beach rock. I'm assuming that everybody
I mean,
else has been quickly working to get up on the grappling.
I was planning on being the last one up.
Okay. Highs or lows?
Oh.
I'm just gonna flip it.
Lows.
You do see the power go out, yeah.
Is Iggy frantic that the power went out?
Probably.
I'm gonna yell to Iggy. Gosh, I have no idea what's happening right now. I don't even know what you guys are trying to send. Is it important?
Vidar thought it was important. My context clues make me feel like it's important. It should. If we have any help of contacting the outside, this is it. Whether or not that will lead to anything is a whole nother story.
Okay. I want to whistle to Finch. And I whistle something private to him. And I want to see what he does. It is a whistle of sincerity and begging him. And I want that action to be him to go over to charge up the Omnite as fast as he can.
Right. Give me a persuasion check.
It's 19.
Okay. There's a brief moment of hesitation, but immediately afterwards, you see him turn and zip over to that socket in the wall and just sort of like knock the old piece of Omnite out of the socket itself. And you see like almost magnetized, he like slaps into the middle and you see a blue charge starting to buzz through and the machine starts to hum back to life.
Send it. Now.
We don't have stats on an Omni, do we? We talked about developing them and then we never did.
I want your fear, I think, would be very panicked and is probably thinking about doing whatever it takes to get him out of there.
Sure. And then you're walking over to the socket and just
I think
waiting.
I'm like running
Okay,
over the
Sure.
As that's happening, I'm doing whatever on the terminal, and I'd like to say in my bag, around on my hip, whatever. There's a big blue rock. Swap that out if you need to.
Okay. Can I tell if Finch is draining?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I would like to try as quickly as I can to grab the Omnite and swap Finch for...
Okay.
I hate Finch. I don't know why I'm sweating right now.
He's an annoying Omni, but he's your Omni.
He's my Omni! Darn it! He's my prick.
Okay. I want to do a handful of things.
Okay, cool.
Iggy, give me a tech check. Your fear, give me, we'll say acrobatics.
Okay.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
No.
What did you roll?
I got a 9.
A 9. Okay. All right. So your fear, you run over and pick up the chunk of Omnite sitting next to Iggy and start running over to the socket again. Managed to trip sort of halfway through. Concerned about this happening.
I didn't Naruto run. That's why.
You did. That's right. You were holding it. It's hard to Naruto run. It threw your balance off.
Hey, just be glad there wasn't a table to slide over.
Right. However, Iggy, you managed to slam whatever the, 100th century version of an enter key is, and drive, send the connection off, and it goes to complete. And with a dirty 20, I will allow you, if you want, as soon as you see message complete, to hit the power button.
Yeah.
All right. So you slam the power button, whatever the 100th century version of a power button is, and the whole thing sort of dies almost immediately. And Finch, as the sort of magnetic whatever that was holding him in place vanishes, drops out of it, and then falls a few feet and just hits the ground. Still glowing, but faint.
I will pull out. As we talked about in 2.5, I was picking up lots of chunks of Omnite. I will pull out as many of those as I can to try to give him some extra juice.
And your fear, what do you do?
I'm like, if I tripped, I'm crawling over to try to get to
Sure.
Finch very frantically.
Yeah, you pick him up. Iggy is there. You all sort of like are arranging this Omnite all together, making sure that he's all like the lights off and everything.
My boy! The space people!
Yeah.
Yeah.
His light is sort of wavering a little bit. You can tell it's pulsing, but
Okay.
over a few seconds, it seems to be getting brighter rather than dimmer. You're not getting a lot of response from him, but you don't think this is going to be the end of him.
Okay. I just look at Iggy, and there's just like a little, not a full tear, just a glimmer, and I nod, give him a little nod.
I will
I'm gonna
nod
just
back.
I'm gonna hold Finch for a little bit.
All right.
Might want to hold him next to
I'll-
another piece of Omnite.
Right.
Yeah.
I got another
got-
one. It's like an ice
Got
pack.
Finch
Got it
right
laid
here.
on-
Finch
Yeah,
and
yeah.
his buddy. All while you all are having this moment, Vidar is screaming like a banshee about 30 feet
Yeah.
above you
Oh, yeah,
through
yeah.
this hole. And I
should
imagine
probably
you
get
don't
up there.
waste too much time.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you're trying to grab or do while you're down here?
I don't know anything, so don't need these
Okay.
vines. Let's get out of here.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. I feel like, coming in, I would have been oogling at the Omnite that's in the walls, but I think I've seen enough that I know I'll be able to get more.
Okay. Yes.
Do we,
that's not a concern.
Does Vidar has a comm link, right? Do we say that? Does he have a comm?
He has a node.
Can I use encrypted message to try to whisper something to him?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay. I just want to tell him that this is Captain Naka. You will be okay. We got you. Don't worry.
Do I get any of that?
Give me 1 second.
Now, can we clip that audio?
For real. For
I'm gonna have that be my alarm clock now. Oh, man, I thought I was gonna lose Finch there. I don't know if I could handle that today.
Vidar, you hear sort of through the chaos a kind of familiar voice, familiar as of maybe 3 days of knowing the man, sort of cut through. And over the next handful of seconds, you feel your heartbeats sort of slow down a little bit from the chaos that is going on. Naka, you can see, and everybody else now, maybe not knowing what specifically is going on, but generally that Vidar's not doing very well. You see, whatever this episode is, you seem to be getting past the worst of it, and he's starting to calm down a little bit. And Vidar, as you're sort of looking up at this RNO that is fanged in your teeth, speaking a language you've never heard, you start to realize that maybe it wasn't an RNO at all, and instead is big green Jesus staring down at you.
Pirate Jesus?
Right.
Where are we now? Are we still climbing up? Are we out of the cave?
At this point, you're out of the cave. You are in a relatively dense forest. There's still lots of trees and whatnot above you, but you are outside and breathing fresh air.
I imagine I'm sweating.
Very much.
Is he okay now, or
Is it-
do we need to do anything, Naka?
I still think we need to get him to somebody. Who's Ember? Who did you say we need to get him to?
Hagen, the healer.
Hagen. I still say we try it because something I know about Arno is they don't give up.
So I will whistle for Hyoba and send Hyoba out and do a lap around and see if she can see Hagen anywhere.
Okay.
My idea about heating up his body, could I use burning hands and like control it in a way that I could not burn him, but get him really hot? You know what I
am
mean?
half
Open
Or,
up,
like,
open up, Vidar. Open up.
I
mean-
don't think the spell can be used in that way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
We could just cut his arm off. He wants to become
His
more.
other arm.
Yeah, he wants to be more
Yeah.
robot.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We could be doing him a favor.
You're not currently seeing movement
Oh no.
like that.
Please don't do that.
Sorry,
could be
movement
bad.
underneath. I should clarify. Vidar is conscious.
He could, no, I'm saying could be here this way. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Probably is. Should we cut his head off?
That'll do it. That'll do it. All right. Ember, you whistle for Hyoba. That's what you said is happening. You don't immediately get a response from them.
Is Iggy with us?
Yeah, I imagine at this point Iggy is the last getting up the.
Do we have any more of that healing?
Desperate, I would ask Iggy, do you know anything about chemistry?
I would think that I know a fair bit about chemistry.
Yeah, you're probably the most qualified in this specific group.
I would like to hand him my last vial of half bluish liquid and other half oil. This is the only chance I have. It's not pure, but
can I see if there's like any kind of natural separation between, like, is the oil floating on top of or trying to float on top of the whatever the medication is?
Sure. No, with the natural 3
Okay.
it is not. And Vidar, remind me, the vial that you used to scoop the stuff up with, is it the same vial as you had? That was the same kind of vial, or was it just some random thing? Or you probably didn't specify.
no, I didn't specify.
Okay. Oh, natural 20. Look at that. Iggy, give me medicine check. You have a medicine thing?
Medicine. I do have medicine. Yeah.
Okay. Give me medicine.
Can I? So, is this to assess the
This is to-
contents of the vial?
Correct.
Okay. Can I add something to that? I would like to essentially use my force handling, pharaoh handling, to essentially create a centrifuge without
Cool.
the mechanical. I don't have one, but like I would like to just do that.
Okay.
I have a feeling this is like a totally reasonable application. Like I would be using. This is why I
Sure.
have this system.
Sure.
Is for stuff like this.
Yeah. Give me the medicine check first, and then we'll do a tech check for that skill, for that attempt.
Gosh, I've failed that medicine roll. 7.
Okay. The vial that you are holding does have a label on it, and there is the name of a chemical on it that you've never heard of, and the sort of makeup of it seems chaos to you. Vidar, you do have the name of that somewhere, right? Would you
It's-
mind just throwing it in chat just so we have
Yeah.
that on hand?
Acid at Retrol Detenorphine, but I'll send it.
Great.
Excuse me?
That's why I
Great.
wanted you to write it down.
What kind of spell is that?
All right, Iggy, give me a tech check now to see how you do with the centrifuge thing.
Dude, I'm buying you new dice.
I know, right?
Buying 'em.
13.
Merry Christmas.
You probably to all of the terrestrials, Iggy starts just doing magic, sort of holding up this vial, and the contents of which just start spinning.
Also, his veins go black as he does
Yes,
so.
that's also happening again. Iggy, you get some separation of which you're able to sort of filter off carefully, but they're still contaminant in there. It's maybe better, but it's not perfect.
Okay. Can I...
Do we think Hagen could replicate this, Ember?
Yeah, I think she could try.
Can I take a man, I don't know if I don't expect this is gonna work. But I would like to take essentially just a piece of cloth. I'd like to rip like a piece of cloth that is like porous but not
Try to filter it.
Try to filter it.
All right. Yeah. I'll say you do that. There's probably some loss of material in the process, and it's
Yeah.
maybe marginally cleaner.
Okay.
Got some of the
But-
bigger chunks out.
Right.
Yeah. And so if I can manage it, I'd like to filter the liquid through, and then suspend the liquid. Try to keep that just out, and then clean the inside of the vial,
Sure.
and then
That's fine.
And then put the
You
the
put it all
medicine
back
in.
together. And Vidar, I
Um,
will assume that surviving the crash, you managed to hold on to at least one syringe and needle.
Yeah, if I can, I guess.
If you're volunteering those, I'll fill it up, but not
Yeah.
I want to leave some left in the vial so that we have something
Sure.
to show Sammy Hagar.
And Iggy, and probably even the rest of you would know this needle is like 6 inches long. It is a big boy.
Is he getting an epidural?
It is comparable to an epidural.
I would take off my shirt, revealing a mostly mechanical torso. And there's probably an injection point that I would have built into the back
Right.
of my.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've like we saw Cerberus do this a few times, so I have some idea of what's going on. So I feel like I would have a vague idea of where I should be looking.
Yep. Yep. Sorry, I'm just making sure that I'm on the same page with Steven before we proceed with this. Okay. Yep, I am. Okay. All right, Iggy.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody would like to attempt to assist Iggy in whatever this is.
What
Maybe
is
it's
this?
Vidar.
Maybe trying to point him to the right.
Do you want to be descriptive at what he's should be trying to do?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, Aaron,
Yeah.
if he does it
Yeah.
wrong,
Yep. I understand.
Oh my gosh. This is like
Maybe
Dead
I should
Space.
explain a bit. Essentially, what this is similar medicine to put people to sleep, but
Oh
not
my
temporarily.
gosh.
We've been injecting it into the RNO to keep it dormant, but if you inject it in the wrong spot, it could kill me.
Wait, what?
Wait, so he's been infected this whole time?
So you knew?
Knew what?
Wait. What? Okay.
Not that I never intended to hurt someone. It was supposed to be a 2-day journey. I had enough medicine to last me 3 months. That was why we needed money, to supply this further.
What do we have to do to help?
This is the last dose of medicine, and hopefully it can do it, right? Or
How long does it last?
I'm fine right now. Should we wait until someone with more medical experience can potentially inject this?
I'm just saying, if this is all he has, what if we try to see if Hagen can replicate whatever this is before we use the last of it?
Yes. I
So
agree.
Iggy did keep a small amount separate
Okay,
enough,
I missed
for
that.
that
I'm
purpose.
sorry.
Yeah.
None of you know if it's enough. None of you know how to do this.
It might be worth waiting until things
Get out of
hopefully
here again.
will be a while, but come back. If I'm starting to
Okay.
act crazy again, then do it then.
Let's explain now.
Yep,
Then.
that's fine. Here is what I see happening in the future. If it comes to a point where we have to do it, Naka, you pin him down. We'll find when it starts moving under his skin, and grab it to isolate it, and then we'll inject straight into that what we isolate.
From what I understand, it's bigger than this. It is consuming most of my torso at this point.
Yes, but
The-
if we can see it moving and we can grab it, then we can know that we're hitting the right thing.
So, Naka and Iggy sort of like trying to understand what's going on, and Vidar talking about the size or whatever. When you saw that like extra femur, like we talked about, that was one of its arms
Right.
right here, right? So its head is chilling somewhere downstream of that.
That's where I would have
Presumably
built the hole in my back too.
Correct.
Can these things live inside of like our atmosphere, like our normal atmosphere?
I think so.
Yes.
They can exist. Well, Celestials would know
exist
they
in a
would
vacuum of
exist
space.
in
Sure.
and out of.
I just didn't know if they
atmosphere.
liked the vacuum of space more than oxygen. So, regardless, this will be a temporary fix. How do we permanently fix this?
We burn Vidar at the stake.
That's why I'm replacing my body with machines. It lights living creatures. My thought is if I can become more of a machine, it will leave me alone.
Vidar, how long have you dealt with this?
To be honest, I don't know. I know I went into space and got it, but I don't remember any of the details. The collective can erase memories, so I don't know if it's the collective or the RNO. But I have no clue. I was sentenced to death by my people, but I bargained to be an experiment for this. But they banished me, so probably have. What was the time we sent? If medication stopped, estimated 3 weeks left to live.
Give or take.
How big would this RNO be inside of you? Like, are we
You can-
talking like a small, like a obviously, are we talking like a full grown one, an adolescent? I remember you guys talking like they can get bigger. Is there a way to tell how big it could be?
I mean, it's not bigger than Vidar is, at least in terms of
Right.
total mass.
It would be hard to know how big it is, the one in him is right now. In terms of how big can they get?
Sure, I
Very
remember how
big.
big they could. I just didn't know, like, if it's like it contains inside the host, how big it can. Whatever.
Right.
What if we? I think our best bet is to get to Hagen and
Yeah.
see what she has to say. Maybe we could rest a little bit while we see her and regroup. But
Ember, any word?
Hear
Hyoba?
anything back from Hyoba yet?
Can you just talk to Hyoba?
No. Whistle for him.
Oh no, you should be able.
You
you can
actually
literally
can.
talk to
I can
Hyoba.
literally talk to Hyoba.
Not necessarily telepathically across any distance, but
sure.
if he's around, they are around, you can. No, however, can I get a perception check from everybody?
I very nearly rolled a die there myself.
That's really funny.
a 6 for
11.
your fear.
5.
6.
Am I in
11,
a spot
9,
to even do this? Or
Sure, yeah, you can attempt it.
My gosh.
Aurora.
11.
18. Okay, all right, that's good.
Who got 18?
I did.
Alora.
Okay, Alora.
Someone.
You hear, like, in the distance somewhere. It's hard because you're in forest, so it's hard to gauge exactly. You hear the sound of like some sort of animal, like screeching in fear and pain, and the sound of like tussling, like movement, thrashing around in the forest.
Could it be like an owl? Or no, this is something else.
Give me a
myself.
nature check.
Ooh, nature check. Oh man, I gotta
Well.
use-
12. Doesn't sound like an owl. It sounds bigger than an owl. And whatever, especially like the sounds of like whatever is thrashing about is going on, that is not owl sounds that is going on.
Okay. So are we like on top of? Where exactly are we? We're on top of this cave. Are we up elevated, kind of like in the forest, or how is this looking? Or are we just on the ground?
You're just on the ground right now.
Okay. Well, let's let them know. I hear some animal in pain. I don't know if that's anything that we need to worry about, but I don't know. Maybe we should get moving. Or are we just gonna sit around like ducks? I don't know.
Where do we want to go?
Should we?
Would Hagen be at the camp?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Should we head back to? Where are you from again, Ember? What's your village?
Well,
Ember, you would know. You've been to Hagen's like
right.
hut before. You know
Yeah.
where she is.
Can I lead everyone there?
Yeah, you can start moving that direction.
Okay.
It is sort of by happenstance in the direction of the sound that Alora heard.
Oh, great. Okay.
Can I whistle for Hyoba to go figure out what's happening over there?
Sure. Yeah. You start walking in that direction slowly and whistle again for Hyoba. And you actually hear a couple whoos back up sort of ahead in the direction that you're going.
I'm gonna cast force intuition. I don't remember if I'd already done it today, but
Okay.
I'm gonna see.
I think you had, but maybe not.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't
you-
have. I didn't have any force points checked off, so I'm just
Okay.
gonna say that I didn't and do it.
Am I walking or am I still being carried?
You'd be able to walk at this point. You're going to be sore. Your muscles are very sore. But you can walk. A little limp.
Could I? What is it? Day or night right now?
It is day.
It is day.
Probably around midday.
Is there a way that I could use my elf speed to get ahead of the pack and
Sure.
see what I can see while kind of blending in with the trees?
Yeah. Yep.
I wanna see if I can see what hooves are making that noise.
Sure. The noise has stopped, just to clarify. Sounds like there was a tussle and it is over. And a few minutes later, maybe like 5-10 minutes or so, you keep moving forward. And Ember, I imagine you're sort of continuing to call out for Hyoba, and he continues to respond to you up ahead. And eventually you move towards the source of the sound, and you approach a small clearing, and are a little startled by the result. You find the corpse of a small doe in the clearing that has been frankly eviscerated. There are bloody gashes all across its stomach, and it looks like fresh blood. This is recent. In addition to that, though, sort of perched up on a rock and picking at some of the sort of blood and the gash there is Hyoba, who's enjoying maybe a surprise feast in this deer.
What kind of animal would do that, Ember? What lives around here?
I don't know. I think my first thought, I don't know if I would say this out loud, but my first inkling would be to start looking for dragons, because that's constantly on my mind right now.
Sure. Give me, I'll say an investigation or a nature check, whichever you'd prefer.
Okay.
Could
4.
4?
Yeah.
would I be able to help by seeing trying to identify the gashes, since I've lived in the woods on a homestead for so long?
Sure.
Something that I have...
Yeah, I'll let you give the help action. So Ember, you can roll one more time if you'd like.
Okay. 5.
Nice.
5. Well,
That's
so
a lot of help.
yeah, you do look around for a while. Unfortunately, to your knowledge, you've never seen a dragon in person, nor are extremely familiar with what they do. This, I mean, theoretically could have been done by a dragon, or also a really big bear, or a dire wolf or something like that, an owl bear. So you can't cross it off, but it's hard to know for sure. It is strange that whatever it is killed this thing seems to have left and not taken it with it.
Are there any tracks or anything around where we're standing, or around the...
You do see a lot of ripped up grass and dirt all sort of in the immediate vicinity. It looks like whatever this tussle was, but the ground here is relatively hard, and you don't see any tracks leading off in any direction.
Okay. Well, I suppose, do we keep moving forward? Or is there more to see here?
Keep going. It's
right.
the only way that we can help Vidar.
Ember, you scoop up Hyoba. He's a little reluctant to leave, as that was quite a feast that he's not usually used to, but they do eventually start following you.
Could I have
Go
my
ahead.
short bow out, just ready for anything that I could see?
Yeah, you just want to keep
I
an
wanna
eye
be,
out.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out. 2 eyes, if you will.
All right, you
It's
can
not
do
a
that.
knock against you, Naka.
It's okay.
All right. You walk through the forest for a while, and eventually get back out to the rolling hills, and approach the path. Ember leads you towards the path that leads to Hagen's hut. As you approach, the first thing you notice is a massive rut carved into the ground. A strip about 20 feet wide next to the path has been torn up, as well as most of the small dirt road itself. And it seems to follow along the path, sticking next to it as far as you can see.
Does this look like it was like recently carved, like something was dragged through here, or is this like a long over time weathered path kind of deal?
Definitely not long weathering. This is like something dug this rut. And Ember would know this was not here the last time you took this path.
Which
Does it
wasn't all
have,
that long
like-
ago, right?
Sorry, what was that?
It wasn't all that long ago that we were on this path before, right? Or
Yeah, I guess this would actually, at this point, it would be the same path. Yes.
Same path, yeah.
Yeah, so when you actually, let's see.
It would have
Apologies.
crossed
no,
it
this
at
was-
some point.
Yeah, you
but
you
maybe
would have
not gone it for very long.
right. Yeah.
It's not like tire tracks, is it?
Clever idea. It is not
Okay.
tire tracks.
Okay. All right.
Is there an obvious like start and end point of this rut, or does it go on?
It seems to just continue on both directions, as far as you can see, following the road.
My initial thought was maybe something impacted here and like scraped along the ground like we did. But if it
It'd
is
be
going
quite a scrape.
right, if it was
Just
going,
grinding.
you know, right.
Its combo score is so high right now.
How wide did you say this? You said 20 feet?
Yeah, so it's
Right.
20 feet next to the path, as well as most
okay.
most of the path itself. So it's 25 to 30 feet total.
Wide as it
Wide.
goes down?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh,
A
geez.
giant snake?
Done that.
That'd be a big snake.
That'd be a big
Oh my gosh. What could be? I mean, I have no clue.
Oh.
I think we need to tread
And-
carefully as we move forward. That's a big whatever it is.
Is there any like reference as to which direction whatever made this is going?
Make a survival check.
As he's doing that, does it feel hot at all? Like warm?
The ground.
Yeah. Is there an
I'll adjust
unusual
that first.
smell? Okay.
No, the ground would not be warm. Actually, you make a survival check as well.
Okay.
Naka, you really can't tell what direction this is going. You're a spacefarer. You're not used to this. You're not used to tracking things
Spacemen
on
don't
the
like
ground.
dirt. Spacemen don't like dirt.
You said survival, correct?
Yeah.
I got an 18.
18. You would spy, like, if you're continuing on the path a little bit, you would see occasionally little drops of, would you recognize this?
Mm,
I'm old. Okay. Been around.
Yeah, you would occasionally see little drops of oil. staining the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna let them know. Does it seem like an oil that I'm familiar with, or something more like the oil that I saw from the vial that Vidar had? Because I would imagine.
I would say you probably can't tell.
Okay.
Because
Alright,
it's like soaked into the ground.
Okay.
Yeah. If you had a vial of it, you could maybe figure something out, but yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna let them know that there's an oily substance. And is it dropping like pretty consistently, or is it more over time as we go, or?
You got an 18, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty erratic.
Okay. Interesting. So I mean, then this has to be machinery of some type.
But do we have any machinery on Amnesia that would use oil, I guess?
No, oil would be used for
yeah.
like cleaning swords and stuff like
Lights,
that.
lamps and things.
Yeah, and lamps. Yeah.
And this belongs to one of you guys.
That's what I was gonna say. We would recognize that it's oil though, too, right? Like,
Yeah, once he
Yeah, if
points
you
it
pointed
out,
oh gosh,
you guys absolutely would.
Yeah.
Again, we're not the only ones here.
Great.
I mean, I think we just need to follow it. It's in the direction that we're trying to go anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's a 50-50 shot that it's in the direction we're trying to go.
It's wide enough that it's going in all the directions that we actually want to go.
Yep. It actually just has traveled the entire continent.
All right, well, let's just keep on
Let's go.
plugging away.
Okay. The sun is moving towards the horizon by the time you reach the healer's hut. The rut that you've been following the entire way leads to your ship, which appears to have been dragged up next to the small house. It is several times larger than the small hut, creating an almost comical comparison. Around the ship is what looks like a junkyard. Piles of rusted metal plating, twisted metal chairs and tables, kitchen appliances with their wires hanging out. It takes a moment to realize that everything here is space-age technology. None of it fits in this world, though it is run down and rusted out. The hut itself seems to have been built against the gnarled roots of a huge tree. The old walls and domed thatch roof are so weathered and covered in vines that they almost blend in with the swamp. Behind the hut is a relatively small graveyard, and there's a small barn, or maybe a large shed, opposite the junkyard. So, hut, junkyard, barn, or shed, and then behind the hut is a graveyard.
So does it look like the junkyard was like the rut drug the stuff? Junkyard was placed there from the rut?
No.
Okay.
That'd be pretty easy to tell. The
ship.
junkyard has been there. Like, there's like things growing on some of the stuff in there, vines crawling up it.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
And
is
Ember,
not
you've also had
Hagen's
been here
hut.
before.
This
and
is Hagen's hut.
This is Hagen's hut. And the junkyard is like the random knickknacks that she collects because she's a weird healer lady.
Okay,
Outcast
so all
from
of that's
society.
been there before. I've seen all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The ship,
Right.
a big
That's
addition. But the rest of it,
Okay.
that's been there.
Go knock on the door, I guess.
Yeah, I think I would go and just walk up to the door and knock.
Okay.
Can I ask why my ship's here? Like to them?
Get in.
Like,
Oh,
I don't know.
why is my ship here?
I don't know. I'm asking why your ship is here too.
This is
you
this
hear...
is making me think of the trope of, oh, if you're gonna go back in time, you should be a doctor for wherever you are, because you, with your whatever your little knowledge of medicine is far greater than the people of centuries past.
You hear as you knock on the door, you hear a muffled, gruff voice, and after a moment, there's a thud from the other side of the door. Blue light shines through what you thought was a knothole in the wooden door. There's a soft whistle, and then the light vanishes. You hear a chain rattle, followed by a series of clunks and clatters before the door slowly creaks open. Just to the side of the doorway, you see a chunk of omnite resting on a platform suspended from a chain. What you now recognize as an Omni suddenly rises up off the platform, whizzing away to another corner of the room and allowing the platform to rise back up to its previous position. It seems that Hagen has a mechanism for her Omni to open the door.
That's dope.
I assume you enter.
Yeah. Is this all like SOP for Hagen? Like, what normally happens? Okay.
Totally. As you walk into Hagen's home, you see even more rotting space-age technology. There's an old Coalition helmet sitting on a stand over the fire, water boiling inside. A cracked data pad serves as a platter holding a few strips of jerky. There's a charred blaster sitting next to the roaring fire, the business end obviously charred from years of prodding the coals. Mixed in with the bits of broken technology are racks of herbs and roots, earthenware jars, mortars and pestles, the tools of an herbalist and healer. You see Hagen herself sitting at a small workbench opposite the front door, hunched over a mess of magnifying glasses and notebooks. As you get closer, you see that she is closely inspecting and disassembling Cerberus's left arm.
No.
What are you doing with that?
Hold on. She starts just messing with. She's using some sort of strange arcane tool. Absolutely not the tool that should be used on something like this. And you see her twist something, and a couple of the fingers sort of like jump up for a second, and then come back down. And she seems satisfied with her work and turns around to look at you, and she has glasses on with 4 or 5 lenses out in front of them and making her eyes look huge in all of your direction. Yes? What is it?
Hagen, we need your help. Iggy here has a vial of some sort of something, and we need more of it. Can you figure out what this is and help us recreate it?
She takes it. She sort of walks over to you. Her depth perception completely gone from these glasses, and sort of fishing around for whatever it is. And I'm assuming you hand it to her.
Yeah. I see you have a lot of stuff from our world. Maybe you know some stuff about our world, and I'd like to say that the name of what the medication is supposed to be, in case it means anything to her.
Sure. She pulls back some of the lenses to be somewhat normal, or at least reasonable 20/20 for her. And as you say it over, she's sort of mouthing it as she's reading it off of the label on the thing. Doesn't mean anything to me. Can I ask, what is this for? What does it do?
It puts things to sleep.
Well, I could do that with my cane. Can you be more specific?
Vidar, can you be more specific?
It puts people in a coma.
People in a coma. And
There's
you
something
need this
inside of him that we're trying to stop from taking over him.
she
This wasn't the
flicks-
intended purpose of the medicine. This is an experiment.
She immediately flicks down some of the glasses and gets really close to Vidar and just starts looking super close. Her pupils take up the entire a bit of her glasses in your eyes, and she's looking really close.
I open my mouth and
They,
she walks over to a table that's just full of like books and random knickknacks and probably a couple lunches that she hasn't quite finished, and starts like pushing them all off of the table onto the ground. And as she does, the omnis that you now see are several of them start flying down and moving some of the things just with their bodies and pushing them towards the edges of the room. And she doesn't even look at Vidar and just sort of pats on the top of the table, motioning for you to get up there.
Can I roll some sort of insight to see if this lady knows what she's doing? Is she delusional?
Sure.
Is she? I don't know how much I'll get, but 3.
I mean, her name is Hagen the Healer. Her last name is Healer, so that's got to count for something. What would you like to do?
I don't have any other choice. I guess I'll go up there.
Okay.
Please don't touch without asking, though.
And wow,
She grumbles something under her breath and moves on to another part of the room. What are you saying,
I was gonna say, while he's getting up on the table, can I I want to ask her, why do you have my ship?
Nobody else was using it.
I've never been to Hagen's hut like at all. So
No, this is
seeing all this stuff that's
You
from
may
its
not have
face,
even heard of her before.
no,
this.
Okay.
probably not.
Can I grab the fire poker that is a blaster and just be like, "Where did you get this?" 'Cause
The front
someone
end
just
is just black.
someone just tried to kill me with one of these. Where did you find this?
Cave.
What cave, woman?
And she goes on and continues doing whatever she's doing. You see her grab what looks like a helmet, some sort of almost like Star Wars helmet looking thing, and she dumps it in a big cauldron of water and pulls it up and uses it as a big bucket and sets it over like on a stand over the fire, and it starts warming up. As she does that, she walks over and opens up a cabinet, and you see just dozens of like vials and little like canisters and everything. And she's looking at, none of them are labeled, of course, and she's just looking over them as if they are, and eventually grabs one that seems to be like kind of opaque but orange colored, and she walks over to the helmet that's upside down, and she holds both ends of it, and she starts shaking it really violently, and you hear rattling inside and very tiny, very high-pitched screaming and cursing coming from inside. And she opens up the bottom, starts shaking, and you see little sort of golden dust sort of fade down into the water as this screaming gets slightly louder, and she closes back up and runs over to the thing and slaps it back in. She looks down at the thing for a second and looks underneath at the coals burning below, and she looks sort of confused and kind of looking around, and then has this idea and runs back over to the table that she was working on Cerberus's arm and grabs the arm and walks back over, and you see her sort of configuring and playing with the wires at the back of like the base of the elbow, and she reaches the hand down into the fire and pulls and grabs a handful of coals with Cerberus's arm and lifts it up and dunks them into this potion, in which she sort of tosses the arm onto a table at the side. And then she goes over to Vidar and asks for your hand.
What for?
Do you want my help or not?
Do you usually test your things on humans for the first try, or do you use animals? Or where I come from, we use rats as experiments on for meditation first.
We would not
I
do
leave that to
here.
the Elysians. Would you like my help or not?
The rat.
Is Hickory with me?
Probably.
Hickory's like,
Would you like my help or not? I have plenty of things I could be doing anyway.
do it, Vidar.
I gesture which hand, and I have one mechanical hand and one real hand.
She bats your mechanical hand out of the way and grabs your real hand, with both hands, and pulls with one, and you take 1 point of damage as she slices the palm of your hand open, and just a small bead of blood, and she catches it just in the palm of her hand and starts walking over and dips just a couple drops of it into the potion, and you see a little poof of smoke of orange as she does, and she starts mixing it around in this helmet. Of course, you could probably see little pieces of black foam that have come off of the side of the helmet sitting at the top. And eventually takes a small like teacup and pulls out a small amount of it, and brings it over with a small plate underneath, and reaches into her pocket and a half-used napkin and puts it immediately in front of you and waits.
When we said we wanted to put someone in a coma, we didn't mean him.
Drink.
Can I smell it first?
Sure. It smells bitter and like hot, like spicy hot.
You're gonna diarrhea this thing out.
I don't think I have any choice, though. I will. Am I downing it or sipping it?
All of it.
I will down, or I'll start to sip it. See if it's.
Yeah. It tastes awful. It does not taste good. But as you start to sip, she reaches her hand up and starts pushing it up. So you just have to keep up with the flow. It's hot all the way down. And as you sort of polish it off and probably start coughing, she takes her hand on your chest and pushes you down onto the ground, or onto the table that you're on. So you're sort of laying on your back. And then starts grabbing at your t-shirt and lifting your hands up so she can pull off your shirt.
I'll let it happen.
Of course she will.
All right. A few seconds later, all of you start to see a bit of a bizarre thing start to happen. There are parts of Vidar's skin and body that for a moment start to almost like bioluminesce, like an orange red glow, and then start moving to other parts as this sort of potion seems to be working his way through. Can I get, for our terrestrials in the room, an Arcana check?
15.
17.
17 as well.
Nice.
Elora and your fear, Trying to calculate, looking at the reagents of this chemical, trying to figure out and sort of seeing the visual effects. This seems to be reminding you of something like fairy fire.
Oh,
Okay.
That illuminates
interesting.
enemies in an area.
Yeah.
As this starts kind of coalescing through Vidar's body, you all see, regardless of your perspective in the room, parts inside Vidar start to glow as if you're looking straight through his skin and seeing it right inside of him. The largest mass being probably about roughly a sphere oval shape, 8 to 10 inches wide, right at the center of his torso. And you see long arms bending straight out right up to his wrists and down to the bottom of his ankles, and a couple
Minor note: it wouldn't be in his mechanical arm.
Okay.
Sure, not in your mechanical arm.
Okay.
And also stretching up, and a couple of the arms reaching into the base of what looks to be his brain. There are, I believe the RNO have 10 legs, so this thing is sort of like just barely, like
Fitting in
it
his
is
body.
effectively. This is a 9-month like baby sort of situation. Like this is barely contained by Vidar's body.
That center mass, can I assume that's like its head?
Yes.
What if we just cut it out of him and kill it? Hey,
Well, that appears to be an option if we wanted to kill it. But given its connection to nearly every other part of his body, I imagine the host won't fare much better.
well, can't you heal him right after we kill it? Aren't you the healer?
If I could bring people back from the dead, I imagine none of you would be here standing with me.
So do you know what to do, Hagen? Is there anything to do or no?
She walks over to the original vial that you handed her and looks at it real close and flips down a couple of her glass lenses again. You said this was for inducing some sort of coma.
Yes.
I'm assuming for your friend there.
I mean, it's made for people. It was an experiment to try to use it on the Arno to see if that would work. And so far, it was working. Or at least stopping growth, not killing it.
Interesting. Well, there is quite possibly something we can do with this. I have no idea what it is, but
Of course.
I could point you in the direction of someone who might.
Thanks, Scuttle. My gosh.
Yes, please.
And I'm realizing I forgot to write down the name, so one brief second as I pull up the name that she would mention. That would be Mortimer Valerian. He is the Archon of Alchemy and Health.
Huh.
On the west side.
Oh, everything's
The west
pointing us
side.
back to Alora's place.
He's a bit of, an idiot from time to times, but he knows his way around alchemy. He's the Archon after all. That's his job.
Do you have any kind of sedative that we can take with us? Just
Absolutely.
In the meantime.
she runs over to a cabinet, the same cabinet that she had before. As she does, you hear the angry cursing of the pixie, the fairy specifically, still rumbling around in there. She starts looking over many of the different vials she has, and eventually grabs one very small vial, and she walks it over to Vidar and sticks it into your hand. And as you open your hand to look at it, you see a very small worn label. Looks like this is a very old bottle of purple worm poison.
It's labeled poison?
Yes. Should your host make things unbearable for you or those around you, this will solve the problem.
In a permanent death way? Question mark?
I would presume so. I'm not familiar with these Arinos, as you said, but it's worked with everything else I've given it.
Can we inject that like we were injecting the sedative?
Sure. But again, I would imagine at this point, any death that would befall the Orino would befall your little friend here.
I will put the vial in my pocket.
Funny you should end up here. There is something else that you should probably know. As you might have noticed, the ship, as you called it, ended up on my doorstep through one way or another. And I've been poking around in it a little bit. Nothing destructive, of course, just taking a peek as I have. But I did last night have an unexpected visitor, and I didn't get a good look at them. But they were rummaging around in the ship, and they managed to get away with something. And far be it from me to know what that thing is. But I could show you where it came from.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go look
Please.
at that.
We did hear the cultists talking about doing something with the ship, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah. So she grabs her cane and takes her glasses off and sets it down along with an apron and everything, and starts moving towards the door. One of her Omnis opens the door for her again, and she walks down out into the swamp, assuming you guys follow. She makes her way over in the direction of the ship. Comically large compared to her. I mean, she is a human, but she's very small. And eventually sort of struggles her way up through the cockpit door, and moves over towards the sort of like front central control thing, which, I mean, this thing is beat to heck. There's very little of it that is useful to anybody at this point. But she points down sort of like underneath the cockpit, towards some of the like underbits electronic things. And this is the time I imagine all of you wish Ro was still here to dig around. But she sort of points in that direction, says something down there is where they were squirming.
Aka, do you have any idea?
No idea. I didn't work on this ship. This was Ro.
I mean,
Why don't you actually make
What's your
a technology check?
Is this something I can assist with?
Please.
Yeah. So advantage on that.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'd say use just the first roll, and then Vidar actually give me a separate roll.
Yes.
I think there's a good chance you would know this specifically.
Natural 20. 28.
Jeez.
28.
Yeah, because I was 9, so technology for me is a -1. So
Yeah, you 100% know what this is. You probably would have encountered some of these working in defense against the Leibniz group. This was the black box of this ship, meaning it stored all of the sensor data and anything produced by the ship, any information produced by the ship just prior to its demise.
It would also contain things such as the equipment or stuff stored on the ship, as well as the identities of the passengers at the time.
Oh, wonderful.
Good.
I would share that to Nokran, or the group, but primarily to Nokran.
perfect.
The
You have no idea who it was.
Not particularly. The individual came through wearing mostly black, bits of red. I got a very brief look at their eyes, but they had a hood up. It was a little hard to tell.
Would we recognize any of these people from the people we just were in combat with?
No,
Okay.
they were in black and purple robes.
Sure.
This man was dressed like a thief, like someone who came in here to do this.
Wait. What color were the robes?
Black and red.
Black and red.
While
That ring
we're
a bell?
here, can I look around? I want to see if I see that plate that I saw. Would it be last night or
Oh,
whenever with the
the
liquid on
Omnite,
it? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Did,
Well, you can take a round look for that. Give me an investigation. Yes, you're free.
did the robe have any images on it or anything?
She sort of looks like she's thinking really hard for a second.
Could I take off my glove and show her my hand and ask her if she saw this image anywhere?
She has a very light smirk. The man who came here had gloves. But it wouldn't be the first gloved man to make his way onto my property and take something. And I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if he were affiliated with your friends.
I'm gonna slide the glove back on. And
He's
say,
lucky.
Yeah.
He managed to get away. He moved in the direction of Mistwood. About an hour's walk from here. Half of you I know are familiar.
So it looks like.
How do you know we're
have-
not familiar? We've seen the map.
So it looks like we have a few things we need to investigate.
Hayden, do you have a spare backpack? Or a sack or something?
I have plenty of them.
Can I have one?
No.
Listen, you have my ship. The least you can give him is a backpack.
Would you like your ship back?
I mean, eventually.
Would there be
Can I at
any
least have the
backpacks
chair?
on our ship?
Well, yeah. I assume
You're
it would be all
welcome to
burnt,
take
but-
anything you can drag.
Would we have any like allotment of like gold or anything from being in the Wardens? Would they have supplied us anything?
Whatever is on your character sheet.
Do you guys have any cool trinkets you can give her? If you want a backpack, trade one of your space trinkets.
I'll give her a glow stick. It's like a
Perfect.
it's like a neon glow stick.
You hand it to her. She looks it over. She tosses it behind her onto a pile of 50 other glow sticks.
That's all I had.
That's it. We're fresh
That's the
out.
coolest thing. I
Alright.
had.
She start looking you over closely and puts a couple. Well, she took off her glasses, so she can't do that anymore. And she reaches up with one finger and pokes the side of your forehead with the node. I could take that.
That's deeply connected to me, right?
Oh yeah.
No, that's important to me.
Same with my backpacks then.
I'll walk away.
Oh, and it's likely worth mentioning. Your friends will be ready this evening. Should you wish to say any final goodbyes.
Okay. And I got a 17 for looking for that plate.
Sure. You do some investigating. You find a lot of metal. This is sheet metal, effectively, right? Over a little bit of research, you do eventually find what looks like to be the same plate. The liquid omnite, of course, has long crystallized, and sort of as it's solidified, it looks like it's sort of come up from and separated from the sheet metal. So it's not like quite sitting in the same place that it was when you found it, but it's the same piece.
How big is that? Is that something I could carry with me, or?
Probably. It's I imagine almost like a disc shape with a few crystals broken up. It's a strangely shaped
Yeah,
piece of
I'm thinking
omnite, that's for
probably
sure.
the size of a textbook or something.
Okay.
Right.
Hagen, can I take this? It's sentimental to me.
Sure, omnite. Yeah. Would you like a glow stick while you're at it?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take one.
You can add a glow
Around to
stick
grab
to
one, I'll be
your
like,
inventory.
"Oh, woman."
You can add a glow stick. That's fine. You can add a used glow stick to your inventory.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Vidar, it's probably worth noting you had a backpack of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know how much room I had. I just wanted to
Sure.
grab quite a bit of stuff. And this time. I guess if it's... What's the plan? If I have time to grab it now, start grabbing it during this conversation as I left, because I don't like Hadar.
Hagen.
Hayden,
What are you
Hadar.
trying to grab?
Just looking for parts that I could make more limbs with. I would like to eventually replace my other arm and my legs, and then I would like to specifically look for Cerberus's head as well.
Cerberus's head would be with the other bodies to be
Oh,
prepared.
okay. Oh, but not the arm. Okay, never mind
That
then.
came off in the accident, so it
Okay.
was fair game.
Then parts that I can use to build in a small android.
Interesting. Give me an investigation check.
11.
Find some bits.
Yeah, most of what's on here is probably pretty damaged, so you'd have to do some repairs on it and like jerry rig stuff, but
That's okay. I would grab whatever I can that I think would be useful for just fueling parts in the future.
okay.
All of the random space age knickknacks, is it like stuff from a wide period of time? Can I tell that, or does it all look more modern? I'm wondering if there's like, stuff from a couple thousand years ago, or like would I have any ability to even tell that?
That'd be tech.
Yeah, probably a
Tech
tech check.
Tech
Or
check.
history, if that's any better for you.
Crit failed.
You need new dice.
Ooh, the frick. It could be from here. They could have made it. Might
Great.
be paper mache.
All right. Well, we should probably stick around for this evening and then head out as soon as we can.
Agreed.
Are we heading out to Mistwood first?
Mistwood's only an hour away, right? I imagine
This was an hour.
getting
Yeah,
to
you could easily
Alkuli-
get there and get back if you want. Before the night's up.
Do we want to try to go to Mistwood first? I have a feeling I may know who has the black box.
Also throwing out there, at this point we probably have 3 weeks ticking time bomb before something bad happens.
How long will it take us to get to Alkuli?
Just to clarify, she says, you have 3 weeks. They'll be fine.
Thank you.
Yes
Hagar.
and no.
Hagen. Another point of order, my friends. We are wardens, and us to go west would be leaving our post. So there's another hurdle we're gonna have to cross. I don't know if we want to try to persuade our boss, or do we just roll out and go AWOL?
Is Hayden part of this group, the warden group?
No.
Okay.
I would advise us maybe to try to impress upon our leader that this is of importance before we try to AWOL. So, are we off to Mistwood first?
Going to Mistwood, though, won't be a problem, right?
Mistwood is technically
That
our
is your
though.
post.
That is our. We're away from our post right now. We're not super far away from it, but we are. We're off.
And
of our post right
like you were off like investigating a potential danger, so
Correct.
you could probably argue that.
now. Yeah.
If there won't be anything else, I have some chili on the stove.
Gross. Let's get out of here and head to Mistwood.
Do you have any more of your tea that I can take just so I can monitor this thing?
Oh, interesting.
I have a lot more.
Do you need it?
Yes.
I would like to take advantage of the fact that she's not wearing her glasses and force use the Pharaoh my canteen over to the cauldron.
So the cauldron and everything was
We're in the
inside
ship.
her hut. You are outside next to the ship right now.
Oh.
Could I
I
pay you for
forgot
something?
something in your
I forgot
hut.
something inside. Can we run back in?
I will let you guys do whatever you want. This woman is also preparing the bodies of your beloveds for burial.
Yeah.
I don't need your stupid tea anyway. And I'll walk away.
We know it's there.
We know it's there.
All right.
Okay.
So on the Miss Widow.
On to Mistwood.
Do I notice before we leave? Do I notice any tracks that this person could have left going in or out of the ship?
Yeah, give me a survival check.
Son of a gun. All right, that's a 19.
Nice. I would say yes. Like there's at this point there's a number of tracks sort of confusing it, but I would say like just comparing the tracks against your companion's feet and Hagen's feet, you are able to narrow it down. And you have a path to follow. At the moment, it does seem to be leading towards Mistwood.
Are the feet shoothed? Or are they barefoot?
Yeah, they are shoothed.
Never say that again.
That's incredible.
But, by the way, I think the term would be shod, but it is now soothed in this universe.
This is an old Elysian term that you guys haven't heard of. Okay, this is what we used to call it back in the day. So do they
Also,
have
I don't
shoes
remember
on?
if it was explicitly stated, but I would like to get the vial of the medication back from Hagen.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Okay.
yes, they are wearing shoes.
Shoes.
They are shoothed.
All right, I'm gonna follow those tracks.
As we're leaving, can I say to Hagen, I just want to ask her to keep the cockpit chair.
The what?
Is it still there? Can I ask that? Did it get obliterated with?
You can see it amongst the stuff.
The chair in front of where the missing piece was.
She looks over at the chair and the pile and looks back over to you and looks at you up and then looks at you down and says, I can keep the chair.
Thank you.
Just to be clear, that's not you keep the chair for forever. That's keep the chair safe for Naka.
Yes. I'll be back for it.
I'll keep it warm.
Okay.
Maybe you should ask for the tea for me.
Well.
All right. Do you guys set off?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. You all head off towards Mistwood. Several of you have been here already. Some of you have grown up around here, sort of grown familiar with it. Others of you have never been here before. And for those of you, as you enter the borders of Mistwood under the late afternoon sun, the village strikes you with its very unique charm. The air is damp and earthy, filled with the rich scent of moss and woodland. The most striking feature of Mistwood is its architecture. Many of the houses are built under and around colossal mushrooms, their broad, curved caps serving as natural roofs. The entire village seems to live in harmony with these giant fungi, creating a landscape that is a bit surreal and certainly beautiful. The streets are bustling with villagers going about their daily routines, many of them carrying baskets filled with various goods, many mushroom, testament to the village's renowned export. The atmosphere is lively and tranquil, with the soft murmur of conversation and the occasional laughter of children playing. With keen eyes, you scan the faces in the crowd, searching for any sign of the elusive criminal. Given that the description you have only references the thieves' clothes for the most part, a simple outfit change could likely render your search near useless, but you've got to give it a shot. As you look around the town, you see perhaps a handful of high traffic areas worth checking. You see the local tavern, the mushroom processing plant, which many of you have been to before, and the marketplace.
Did the footprints that I was following pretty much fizzle out?
Yeah, that wouldn't have been too long for you to lose that.
Yeah, like they would have shown you that they are leading to Mistwood, but there are so many tracks around Mistwood. There's no chance you would be able to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
I would think we should go to the marketplace.
I
I might try to sell the box. Maybe?
I would agree first. To the marketplace.
As we're walking, can I look at Ember and ask, are any of the sages here?
Yes. There should be, so correct me if I'm wrong, DMs, but is there one usually per clan, or is in a village like this would there be multiple?
It's so sages don't have any single location they live in. They are constantly moving around. So the answer is maybe there's one here. Yeah, I mean it's
a relatively
population
large
center.
town. Right. So there's a good chance, but it's not guaranteed.
So it's not like a building, like a church that a sage would be at that you would go to. Okay.
No.
Right.
Yeah. I guess let's check out the market first.
Yeah, you head over to. Sorry, the music's a little hot. You head over to the market and you see many stands that are set up, some of which selling very normal things that you would find in just about any market, whether that be clothes and leather goods. Some of it would be obviously food. You all notice that there is no animal products or no meat specifically here for sale, given it is Decaxia. You do also find several stands that are just different kinds of mushroom goods. You have mushroom stews, you have mushroom candles, you have mushroom themed clothing to an extent. There are mushroom hats. It's basically a tourist trap for the most part. But you also find a number of mushroom elixirs for many of the sort of like intended functionality, whether that be anesthetic or some have healing properties. Some also have paralytic properties that have been explored. There's all manner of that kind of thing, and the market seems not incredibly busy. It's getting to be later in the day, so it's past 5 o'clock sort of deal. But there are still a handful of people walking around and shopping.
Is there any stands that sell oddities, like not of the normal mushroom fare in vegetarian food?
Give me a investigation check.
Dirty 20.
You don't see any specific stand that specializes in oddities. However, most of these people, like, they're selling what they have. And everyone has a couple things for sale that just seemed like random stuff that they came into possession of, that they're also trying to get rid of. But nobody's necessarily specializing in that kind of thing.
I guess I would walk up to, I guess, the first stand that I would see that would kind of like have some oddities to it. And I would ask like Alora or Vidar to maybe show them, like, we're looking for something like this. Have you seen something like this? The black box thing. If Vidar knows what it would look like. If you could hologram it, type of a thing.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll do that.
Has anyone come by and tried to sell this to you or offered a trade? Have you seen anyone around?
They look at it real close as sort of a sort of a middle-aged man looking close at the what he assumes to be mirror image sort of floating in front of him. Says, perhaps it looks like a box to me, maybe a fancy box. Does it have jewels in it or something?
More like voices.
All right. Well, Fresh, I don't know how to help you there, to be honest.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. Is there? Okay, I don't know if this will actually work because I know we're in a busy place, but you did say it's getting late. Can I like try to like listen as well as I can to see if I hear anyone using any thieves speak?
Sure. Yeah, give me a perception check.
Oh, natty 20.
All right.
Plus 4, so 24. I got elf ears, and they are pointy.
Sure. You do see a handful of people having sort of a conversation around one of the stands selling mushroom goods. They are talking in hushed tones that the rest of you would probably just be ignoring, as it's impolite to listen in on others' conversation, but your fear doesn't mind. And your fear, you hear in the Thieves' Cant conversation about a Lorian looking to offload later this evening, and he's currently finishing up in the processing plant.
I'm sorry. What was it? Lorian?
Lorian, Lorien.
Okay. Is that a name or a species?
That is a name.
Okay. Lorian trying to offload. He's finishing at the processing plant. Okay. No indication of what the offload is.
Nope.
But this evening. Can I tell what the people are wearing?
They all seem to be dressed in like workers' clothes.
Okay. Can I tell if any of them are armed from where I'm at?
They don't seem to be. They have tools. You see one of them has like what seems to be a pretty thick scythe. Another one has a long spool of wire that is tied up and sort of fixed to his belt.
What's the distance away that they're speaking, roughly?
Maybe 25 feet.
Can I like walk up like behind them and just like kind of low whisper behind them, like something like if I don't know, something basically like if you're trying to do something in secret, you should probably do so quieter.
They sort of look over their shoulder and see you, and all kind of look at each other and then disperse.
Sweet. Did I recognize any of their faces?
None of them.
Okay. I'm gonna let the group know that there's someone, the name Lorian, is looking to offload something after his shift in the mushroom factory. But I also would like to let them know that I think even though it's getting late, the tavern should still be someplace we look.
Sure.
I don't know what anyone else is thinking.
Would you like to go to the processing plant first, or would you like to go to the tavern?
How much time do we
He's-
have before the end of, like, whatever the evening is that
Yeah.
this is happening? Like, do we only have
We
a
know when the
half
shift-
hour or?
The evening could be, I mean, it's already past 5, right? So
Sure. Did those guys disperse towards the processing plant?
they all went different directions.
Different directions. I make the suggestion maybe we go to the processing plant first.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. You head down to the processing yard. Many of you have been here before. It is a it's basically a lumber yard, but for giant mushrooms. And they're cutting up the stalks of these mushrooms instead of big sort of metal saws. They're using superheated wire and pulling them through. And every time they do, a spray of mist is sort of thrown up into the air, and all of the workers take a few steps back and cover their mouth with handkerchiefs. And after it falls down, they go back and continue their work. At the hub, the yard is not quite as busy as last time you saw it, as it seems to be nearing the end or just after the end of the workday. Workers sort of putting away their tools for harvesting the giant mushrooms. Definitely the scent of fungus is strong here. There is no question. Why don't your fear, you give me a, we'll say an investigation check to sort of look around.
16.
16. You look around, and I mean, you're very familiar with people doing shady things in shady places. And you catch one of the workers who seems to be paying a bit more attention to his surroundings than the others. And you can see there's a crate that he sort of has next to him, that he's sort of gathering his stuff around and like putting his backpack together. And every once in a while looking over his shoulder and then going and picking up the crate and starting to move towards the exit of the lumberyard.
I
Mushroom
would
yard.
like to. How close is he? And is he walking in our direction?
Maybe about 35 feet, and yes, he's starting to walk in your direction.
I'm
He's
going-
noticed the fact that you're there, but he's sort of just continuing to scan.
I'm
the
going
surroundings.
to start laughing, acting like Vidar told me a joke, and I'm going to continue walking, and I'm going to bump into him, hopefully knocking the crate out of his hand.
Okay. Give me
Would that be performance, maybe?
Yeah, let's do performance.
Okay, I got a 15.
I got a 4. You manage to bump into this guy. And as you get closer, you see that he's an elven man. He's wearing not black clothes, but generally dark clothes. He does also appear to be wearing gloves. And you bump into this guy, none the wiser. Looks like a total accident. And he manages to totally lose his balance and fall off to the side. And his bag sort of spills open, and various mushroom tools and goods sort of spill out of it. And the crate also hits the ground, sort of sinking a couple inches into mud. As it's very sort of like wet, soft earth here.
I'm quickly just going to be like, oh my gosh, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm going to reach down and reach for the crate to see how he responds. Let me
Okay.
get that for you.
Give me an insight check.
Okay. 16.
Instant anxiety in his eyes when you go
Okay.
to do that.
As I reach for the crate, I want to pull it towards me, but offer my hand out to him, like to show him I'm going to help him up
Sure.
in the same way.
He sort of awkwardly, like, he goes out with two hands to take the crate and then realizes what you're doing and
Sure.
takes his hand and brushes himself out. And he's spending equal time making eye contact with you and looking down at the crate. It's like,
I am so sorry, brother. I didn't see you there. My friend over there just told me the funniest joke, and I lost my balance. I didn't see you there. Can I feel the weight of the crate? Is it heavy or
Sure.
light?
It seems full.
Seems full. Okay.
Mhm.
Are you okay?
I hope so. Do you mind? I've got somewhere to be.
Oh, I'm sure it is after shift. You're probably wanting to get home, aren't you? I like to pick it up with both of my hands and bring it into my chest and just be like, oh my gosh, this thing is pretty heavy, man. I can't believe this. Where are you taking this to?
you know,
for your trouble, it's the least I could do. Can I walk with you? I'll help you carry this. I knocked you over. I am so sorry. And as I'm speaking, I would like to sneak in a few code words from my thieves' cant to see if he would recognize it.
Interesting. Okay. He is sort of like processing all this. He hears those code words, and you see him look like instantly like irritated. And he gets like close to you, and you hear him saying now in like full thieves' cant. It's like, what, did Eleanor set you up to this? You trying to cut in? I mean, like, what's going on?
Eleanor didn't set me up to this. No.
Are you
Keesis
responding
did.
in thieves' cant?
Yeah, and thieves can't. Keesis did.
I don't know. Is he who we're selling to? Like,
No.
the margins are thin already. I don't have room to cut more people in.
I understand. No. Keesis was the original arranger of all of this. Where did you get your orders from? I don't understand.
I got it from Toriel.
No,
Keesis.
No, not Toriel. Toriel is so low in the chain, you have no idea. This is way above your pay grade. I can't believe they let you handle this.
I've been
Are you
working this
Lorian?
gig for years.
Lorian?
Yes.
Gig for years? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
No, what are you talking about? As he's like talking, I'm gonna say, who do you think I am?
I don't know who you are. Are you who I'm bringing these to?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? It's the same thing that's always in the box.
Always in the box? You're supposed to bring more this time. Okay, we need to open this up right now. I don't believe this right now.
There's people everywhere.
I don't care. Okay, listen here. Is there like any like hidden area, like more off shaded area?
Sure, there are some places you can probably duck behind.
Okay, I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna be like, listen here. You're gonna stay right here, and I'm gonna walk right over there. I'm gonna make sure everything that was supposed to be in this box is in the box.
I don't know who you are, man.
You know who
You can't just
I am.
take... Like, I feed my family with this stuff.
I mean more than your family. I'm going to account for this. And you will say nothing about it. And if everything's there, then you will get your cut. If it is not, there will be hell to pay, and pan roast will be knocking at your door.
You've got 2 minutes or I'm calling Muriel down here.
Muriel is an old, good-for-nothing, leather-skinned hag. She will do nothing. And I'm going to walk over to the other door, or to the hidden area.
Okay. You walk
And then
over. He's
when I'm over
fuming.
there, that's fine. When I'm over there, I'm going to open the box. It's not what I'm looking for, 100%. York here already knows this, but he's sticking with the bit.
You'll open the box to find what look like haphazard, but like dozens of vials of like mushroom concentrate that all seem to be like unlabeled and kind of like all mixed together.
Okay. Do any of them look like each one are kind of like labeled different things?
Yeah, give me an insight check.
I wish Vidar. Oh my gosh. Well, I blew all my rolls.
Great.
Yeah, 2. I got nothing.
2. These are not necessarily unique. They
Okay.
make these here.
Okay. Would they be used to make medicine with? Would I know that?
They're not labeled, so they could be.
Okay, they could be. They're just
but it's
mushroom
hard to
juice.
tell.
Okay.
It's various kinds of mushroom juice.
I'm gonna pound the lid back on, I'm gonna walk it over to Lorien, and I'm gonna shove it in his chest. And I'm gonna be like, there will be hell to pay. Wait till Muriel finds out about this. You let some stranger you don't even know walk away with this. There will be hell to pay. And I just start walking away. And I get the group and we just start walking away. That's it.
You just start hearing him cry, like whimpering behind you.
And I just look at everyone, not the guy we're looking for. Go to the tavern.
Just destroyed this man. Okay.
Were we all just like standing there, like?
Yeah, you're all just watching this. They were all speaking thieves' camp. None of you knew the language. They just speaking gibberish.
Oh, that guy's
All right, it's Kowalski all over again.
Yeah, you guys head up to the tavern. As you approach it, Ember, you've certainly been here before. The sign above reads "The Spore and More," and you open the door to find a relatively full tavern. There are quite a few people in here. Again, it's after work hours. A lot of the people who are working are stopping in for dinner before they head home. There is a bit of music that's playing in the tavern. It's hard to tell exactly where the music is coming from. You don't see a band necessarily, and the music feels almost like otherworldly, a little bit more ambient in kind. You also see that instead of normal lamplight, the place seems to be lit up by a couple small pieces of omnite, but for the most part, what seemed to be bioluminescent fungus that is being grown into the walls in a handful of places, sort of keeping it lit up. There's a whole bunch of people in here. Many of them sort of turn and look at all of you as you enter, many of which are visitors. Also, many of you sort of somewhat recognizable as wardens. They've had plenty of wardens poking around for the past several days, so they don't think too much of it and go back to what they were doing.
Are there any CD characters in the corner hiding away that look like they're up to trouble?
Sure.
Or can I try to
everybody give me perception.
hear some thieves' cants again? Perception.
Yeah. 23.
22.
0.
Zero.
Rolled over one, and I have -1.
20.
Bardar's very focused on the thing inside of his body, that's all.
I would be too. Yeah, you all start kind of poking around, looking, and it doesn't take long for many of you to witness a small crowd gathering towards one kind of chunk of the Spore and More. People gathered around a table, and you hear sort of like small, like almost golf claps or cheers or occasionally boos. But unless you push a little bit closer, it's kind of hard to see what's going on.
I would like to get a little closer.
Sure. Any of the rest of you?
I'll go too.
Okay.
I also don't care if I'm like seen or not either. I'm doing
Sure.
it pretty just straightforward.
Yeah. You poke in to see the table surrounded, people standing all the way around, and you poke your head over some shoulders and see a man probably like mid-30s ish, dressed in mostly black, playing what seems to be a shell game in front of everybody. He's got 3 sort of cups with the ball underneath, and is mixing them all up. There's a handful of children there that are very excitedly watching a bunch of other people lose a lot of money trying to guess where this shell is. You stay and watch for a couple games, and the man doesn't ever seem to look up at anybody. He's sort of keeping his attention on the shell game itself and the money people are gambling to try to guess. But nobody has won in these several games that you've watched.
Okay.
Okay. Does he have gloves on?
He does have gloves on.
You said black and red?
Yep.
Is he hiding his face? Or
He
said mid-30s.
He's
didn't...
not hiding his face necessarily, but he does seem to be hiding his eyes.
Interesting. Okay. I guess I'll sit down. I'll take a crack at the game. See if these old eyes can find whatever he's got.
Sure. You take a seat at the table. He, just like everybody else, does not look up or acknowledge you in any way. This is just as sort of another round of people are losing their money to this dude. And you sit down and another round of gold is thrown at the table. Seems like to jump in, it is 1 gold. And if you successfully guess, you double your money.
Okay. I would like to take off my left glove and flick a gold coin in, but to be sure, I know he's hiding his eyes, but I would like to try to flash my symbol towards him.
Okay. Yeah. You throw the gold in. He grabs it and slides it and puts the cups on the table, and he reveals where the marble is, and then starts going to town. What kind of check would this be?
I used to do this game all the time in Yukon Trails on my PC back in the day, so...
This would probably be perception versus his sleight of hand.
All right.
Dirty 20.
I got a natural 20 plus 4.
Oh, baby.
Wow.
You can read it right here, babe.
You see him. He's definitely very good at this.
Okay.
Even you, I'm sure you have plenty of experience with people who are good at this game. He's experienced at this game. However, you do notice that he seems to be taking advantage of the rough sort of build of this table, in which there are a couple places where he can slip the marble in between a crack and make it vanish beneath, where he seems to be catching it below. And you don't see it happen, but you do hear it happen.
Can I? He's catching it and then putting it underneath another cup?
It's sort of like it's a wooden table, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's falling in between a crack.
Okay.
And he sort of probably has a way to catch it underneath.
Okay. So if I'm understanding this, he's catching it and then sliding it underneath a different ball. So
Yeah, he probably has another ball that he'll force into whatever cup he picks up.
Okay. So would I know which cup the second marble's going into, Or am I better to just snatch
Pro-
the marble
probab-
dropping?
Probably not. He will probably make it appear wherever it is that you
Oh, got you.
don't guess.
Okay, I'm gonna try to snatch the marble as it's dropping
Under the table?
under the table. Yeah. I think
Probably be
I
a
don't-
sleight of hand check for that.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
Watch where you're grabbing.
I'm gonna grab another set of marbles. 21.
Well, he got
21.
an 11, so
Yeah, so you grab the marble, and for the first time, while he's still moving the cups around, right? He looks up and make eye contact with you. And there's... Give me an insight check.
Okay. I got a 9.
sorry. Higher.
Okay. The next thing you know, the table in front of you has flipped up on its side in front of you. And everybody sort of backs up in the chaos. And as you stand up to look over, the man is halfway outside a window, and is peeling down the street with a large bag over his shoulder.
Okay. He's peeling down the street. I would like there. Well. Okay. Rough distance.
Dude's fast. Not only is he peeling out, he has taken a sharp turn, and immediately you have lost sight of him.
Okay. I am running immediately after him as fast as I can.
Are the rest of
Naruto
you
running.
running?
I feel like I would not try to go out a window, and I would go out a door.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm
Regardless
Naruto
of
running.
which way you're going out, I need everybody to roll initiative.
I'm so glad that we took a long rest.
Right. Oh, that's not bad.
I got a 7. Oh wait, we're gonna just count it off. Do we need to load up Tailspire?
If you would like. Stevie, would you mind bringing in the characters?
Oh, yes, apologies.
Okay. 25 to 20.
21.
15 to 20.
15.
Who said that? Sorry.
Me.
Okay. 10 to 15.
11. Or 12, sorry.
15,
12,
sorry.
12, sorry.
15 for me.
Okay. 5 to 10.
6.
That's 7.
And I think that's everybody, right?
I have a 3.
Oh.
Found it.
Dope.
Caleb, should I join the second call?
No. I'm not going to worry about
Okay.
that today. All right. And let's switch over to combat.
Yay.
Look at that.
Oh, very cool.
Look at all those
And
mushrooms.
What a great
Start
little
the
thing.
initiative. But before we do that, let's drop in. Oh, yeah, we can see the map. We got the market over here. We've got the mushroom processing plant,
Very cool.
and then the inn. So maybe we can take it as people are leaving the inn. I don't think that'll be much of a problem. The window that he would have popped out would have been this one over here. So he'd be down that side, and he will likely get a surprise round, so he could sort of make a. He can hit first.
I cast Force Intuition. Had already cast it.
Right.
So I am not surprised at the start of combat, and I can use an action in that first round to specifically to dash, disengage, dodge, hide, or use an object.
Okay.
And I can use a reaction if that becomes relevant.
Cool. All right. So assuming, Iggy, you are at roughly the entrance that you talked about coming out the front here.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
I would like to force disarm him and try to yoink the sack out of his hands.
Okay. Do you need line of sight to be able to do that?
Wait, is what that I assume that's a full action?
Oh, you're right. Yeah, nope, I'm just chasing after him. I'm dashing after him.
Okay, it sounds like you still can't move normally, so you only have your dash movement.
It will just
from
be
what
the
I'm reading.
35 feet. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Also, I'm still waiting to be let in.
Oh, so
apologies.
sorry.
I summoned him.
Okay. Then we'll let you move.
Kill this dude.
Is he? Where is he?
So right.
That's 25. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna have to do this in pieces because if my mouse goes outside the screen,
That's
then
fine.
Okay, so that's 25. Roughly 35, I think.
Okay. All right. Then now the guy can go.
Okay,
Steven, where are we going?
we are going. Oh, jeez, the building's in my way. He is going to actually. As he rounds this corner, sorry, trying to get an angle. He is going to drop some object by the corner of this building. One moment. Well, sorry, I'll get that later. I won't slow down combat. And then let's see, that was 25. And he is going to dash to go another 35.
And disappears from sight. Now, Iggy, it is your turn proper.
Okay, I'm running after him. Would I have seen him drop whatever that item was?
Yes.
I think you're the only one who would have seen it.
Okay. Could I tell what it was when it happened?
It appeared to be something. It looks almost like a large beetle with a giant horn on the top of its head. It's like this big.
Like a creature?
As far as you can tell, it seems to be scuttling around a little bit, ducking up next to the building.
Okay. I'm gonna... Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm just gonna run that direction. See how far my... Oh my gosh. I'm gonna lose my mind here. 12... 20... 30... 35. As I get to this point, is anything happening with that beetle thing?
Does not appear to be.
Can I see it?
Yes.
Okay. I
Sorry,
would
I'm
just
still
like I
working
would
on
like to
getting it in here.
skirt around wherever it is and not try to not get within 10 feet of it if at all possible.
Okay. I'm just going to use this as a marker for now.
Okay. So I am going to dash. So 20 30 35. Okay, that's what I got.
All right,
Okay.
you can see him ahead of you. All right, next
Where
up
is
on
he?
initiative. Right there.
Oh, okay.
Next up on initiative is Ember. Ember, would you like to go out the front door as Iggy did? You also can jump out the window, but will likely be taking fall damage as you fall out the window.
By the way, all the people standing here right now, you guys are all still in the tavern. We're just not
Yeah.
actually putting you in there for the moment.
Weird.
Do I take any less fall damage because I'm a cat and I always land on my feet?
That's awesome.
Is that a tabaxi feature?
I think that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
In episode 0, you told Aegis that was the thing.
I'm pulling it up right now. Sorry.
That's funny. Let's go.
I swear that was
No,
discussed.
that is not a feature of.
There's
It
a
should be.
variant. Yeah.
Oh, there's okay. I didn't see the variant.
Okay,
but
well then in
no,
that
you
case,
do not have that.
I'll run out the door then.
All right. You want to control that, Steven?
Oh yes, sorry.
And what's your movement speed?
I want to say 30. Yeah, 30.
Okay. And you just want to...
Okay, 20
So-
feet to the bottom of the stairs.
Can I send Hyoba, because I see her, him, they,
Yeah.
them. Can I send Hyoba to like just kind of hover above wherever he is running to, so we can all kind of like,
Sure.
if we're in eyesight of Hyoba, we can kind of see where he is.
By the way, just going forward, I think it would be a bonus action for you to command Hyoba,
Okay.
just so you know.
Yep. Owl has a movement of 60 feet flight, so
Thank you.
look at that.
Sweet.
It's handy to have
About
eyes
as
in the
good as it's gonna
sky.
do. Yeah, seriously.
All right.
So
Anything
you have
else you'd
another
like to do?
10 feet of movement and
Okay.
your action.
So I'll go. Sorry, this is hard because I can't control it. Like not the same way that Iggy did. I'm gonna try and go around the other side because it looks like I can tell by Hyoba that's where he's going. So I'll cut. Yeah, to the left of that house.
Do it that way.
Yeah.
And you want to dash?
Sure.
Okay. That's about as far as you can get for now.
Cool.
All right. Next up is the thief's turn.
Okay.
So isn't this initiative tracker pretty dope? Because I worked kind of hard on it.
It's
very
Absolutely.
All right. Where's the
with-
thief going?
His bonus action, he activates his Eldritch Cannon to fire at Iggy.
Gosh.
One moment.
This isn't gonna be fun.
He's a rogue warlock sorcerer multi-class
Artificer, actually.
Artificer, yeah.
artificer.
Sorry, I'm trying to find the bonus. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah. I don't
Yikes.
know off the top of my head what. Oh, I'm probably gonna go down then. If you're saying
We're all
yikes.
screwed. We did not.
10 points of force
Yeah,
damage.
I'm down.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
This is not
Uh,
good.
And the turret or the arcane turret stays there, or Eldritch Cannon, whatever. And he is going to run here, probably look over and see Ember there, dash, and I suppose go over this rock. I assume that would be difficult terrain, so
5
half
feet,
movement.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that's actually 20. He's gonna go right there. Okay, that's his turn.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Naka. Front door or window?
A window.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something he would do.
All right. What's that height?
I will get that. It's 20. So
All right, 20.
yeah, that's yep.
Why don't we let him have a shot? Because he's not just falling; he's jumping, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
the super
Maybe
jump.
Yeah,
an acrobatics
Yeah.
check or whatever.
Come on, he's
yeah.
awesome.
Athletics
To have
or
the damage.
acrobatics?
Can he
Jump
just jump
across
on top of the roof across?
Yeah, he
the
could.
street?
Oh,
Oh,
can
actually,
I?
he
jumped-
Can I?
Yes.
Yeah, he
Because of
jumped
jump.
across a freaking
Yeah.
cave.
Wait, how often do
no,
you get that
not
ability? It's
quite.
the same day.
Yeah, your jump distance without that, which you have used for the day, is 18 feet. You maybe with the height difference.
I think he could.
Do it.
He could.
I think it would be a 10-foot
roll.
drop still,
Maybe
and
let
a
him
roll. Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
what's
yeah.
that roof
I'll take a
made out
roll.
of?
Athletics or acrobatics?
Thatch.
Hey,
He's gonna go crash
Gonna go right through the roof.
Amazing.
What's that?
Athletics.
Okay.
Let's go, Naka. This is what D&D's
Oh,
made
it's
out
11. But, yeah.
11.
6.
of. It's better than Sevtil ever did trying to get on a roof.
That is true.
And that is a thing that happened.
That is a thing.
I'm thinking probably he makes it, but takes a D6 of fall damage, probably.
Sure.
6. Jeez.
Well,
He'll be okay.
That's
Come on.
that's damage for falling 10 feet. Or
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
good.
do we roll to see if the roof can take it?
I think the roof just takes the same damage. Let me real quick see if I can find hit
That's
point
funny.
for objects.
a roof stat block.
Can I ride on Naka's back as he jumps across?
Load.
2 HP per inch.
Oh,
Yeah, it's probably got 2 HP.
Per inch.
Per inch thick.
Yeah,
Or
per inch
like-
thick,
Right.
not area.
Okay.
Well, no, actually, it'd be relatively thick because it's got to
Yeah.
keep the rain off. Yeah, let's say it's got 4 HP, so you got a 50-50 shot of not falling through the roof.
That's gonna be amazing.
Love it.
Come on.
Do I roll the, or you roll the?
Oh.
I don't
Yeah,
know. Like that's
you roll the D.
I roll the D6?
Sorry, Caleb would roll the D6.
Okay.
Sorry.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of wanted to see you fall through it. I think
I
that'd be
know.
funny, but you have landed on the opposite side. Does he have much movement left? I
Let
don't think he
me.
has much.
You still got 10 feet.
Okay. Then yeah, probably on the other side of the roof. Then right. So
Yeah. So you can move,
Yeah,
With
you should
with
have
Kyoba.
control over your
Yeah.
character.
you should. Yeah. So you can move another
Oh,
10
like
feet,
onto
and then
the
you have your
top.
action still. So you can either use that to dash and then double your movement, or you can use it to do an attack or whatever else you normally do
let
with
me
an action.
see. Where's the dude at?
you
You
can't
do
see
not
him
have
right
line of sight
I
on.
don't have line
Yep.
of sight. Okay, cool.
But Hyoba is
Flying
flying
in
over him, right?
this direction.
Okay. I can double my speed, right? So I can go another 30.
Yeah. So that's 25. If you jump,
Yeah.
you will end.
real
your
fall damage there.
your movement will end,
end.
5 feet into the jump, and you will fall.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that's just how it works.
Okay. Then I will go here and save my jump for the next one.
Okay.
Okay. Next up is your fear.
All right. Well, if I go through the window, I'm gonna take fall damage, right?
Yep.
Oh, do I need to take fall damage from the roof or?
Oh yes, you took 2 damage from that.
Two.
Alright,
Okay,
so
okay.
I'm gonna run down the stairs. Then I'm gonna just do my 35 base, wherever that
Alright.
would be here. You said that was 20. Yeah, right here would be there.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
So that's 65, right?
Well, you just have
An
another
additional
35 feet now.
35.
Yep. You cannot stand on the same square as Ember.
I push her out of the way.
That would be a shove, which is classified as an attack.
Okay. All right. All right. That's gonna be. Yeah, that's gonna be my stuff.
You
Go
should
ahead.
be able to move further than me because I only have a speed of 30. So you should be
Hey,
able to.
you are a 2nd level rogue now, correct?
Yeah,
You have cunning action. You can
I
dash.
have cunning
and dash.
action. You're right.
Dash
I,
again.
See?
I
Or
can
is he,
dash again. Nope.
one
I
level of fighter.
nope. I did not take fighter. I wanted the second one
Okay.
for cunning action. Yep.
All right.
All right,
there
I
you
can
go.
dash again.
35
right?
feet.
You want me on top of the rock then?
It would take an extra 5 feet to get over the rock, so just before it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
Here, I'll get you on the grass.
Thank you. Okay. I'm going to end my turn, I think, right now.
All right. Vidar.
Where would I be in the building? Would have I looking out the window and see Iggy on the ground, or would I not know he's down?
I don't think you would have known.
You would have heard a blast, though, right?
Yeah. You would have heard gunshot.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I wouldn't
it
assume
probably
he would.
sounded relatively similar to blaster fire, but not exactly.
Okay, then I would go out the front door.
Kinetic weaponry is also a thing. So he would have probably said
So
what's that?
True. Although it is a magical version.
That is true.
30 feet.
Yep.
Do I have line of sight on him at all?
Doesn't look like it.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Yeah. Behind a rock and in a little hollow.
Yeah.
Then
Anything
I
else?
would action dash.
Okay.
Now if I have light on sight on him, I would cast tracking. Target
your
lock,
hunter's
which
mark?
is hunter's
Yeah,
mark.
yeah.
Yeah, you definitely do. Not a problem. And Alora bringing up the
Yeah.
rear.
I think I would have followed your fear out the window just because the old man can do it. Why can't I do it? So
I didn't go out the window.
You
I don't
didn't?
Fear didn't go
no,
out the window.
No, my knees,
did.
my knees hurt a little bit today.
Or never mind. I'm not gonna take that. chance.
Sorry, my knees are pretty scraped up from the last fight, and I don't think I could afford fall damage. The old man's not doing hot.
Mm.
I'll be like Iggy soon.
Okay. Well, I'm coming down here. Whoa, hello. Everyone was going that way. Would I have seen Naka and Iggy go the other way?
Yeah, that this would all have been happening essentially at the same time. So yeah, you'd have
Or
seen.
maybe I'll actually go this way. So that would have been. I'm sorry. Wow, this thing is freaking out. Okay, 16. And then I'll keep dashing here. Okay.
And at this point, you'd see Iggy unconscious on the ground.
Okay.
And also that beetle thing.
And the beetle thing.
The beetle thing. Am I very close
All right.
to it?
You are very close to it.
Okay.
It's on the ground right here. I don't know if you can see.
Oh, yes, now I do see it. Okay.
All right. Iggy.
Oh my gosh, I got a natural 20.
Let's go!
Get
up, boy!
Nice.
Let's
Finally.
go! Those freaking
When you
dice.
need it.
Oh, that's what all bad rules has been leading up to.
Yep.
Don't get rid of them.
Let's go.
So you're back up with one hit point.
my
You are
gosh.
prone, so you'll have to spend half your movement to stand up. But after
Okay.
that, you got your turn.
I
Okay.
think it rounds down to 15, by the way. I think.
You mean I can't just have 17 feet, 17 and a half feet?
No.
You know what? We're in Tailspire. Why not?
Okay, fine.
We can be that picky.
All right, there's 17 and a half. Okay, I was not expecting to get up, so I didn't have an action planned. I'm just gonna check real quick to see if I can.
For my clarity, does he have? Is that one hit point that he has, or does he?
Correct.
Yes,
Okay.
one hit
alright.
point.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, even if I were to do that, it wouldn't buy me enough.
No, you cannot attack the guy your fear.
Come on, let me attack him. I want to shoot him.
Okay, I'm just gonna dash. Hello, you're here. Come on. Oh, my mouse went to the edge of the screen and I couldn't get my last few feet.
You're looking rough, just like me.
Yeah.
Let's go die together.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
Can I see that he's there on the other side of the rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all I got for this turn.
All right. Ember.
I will run up behind that rock also. And then can I
You
like
got that, Steven?
Oh, yes, sorry. That's so to be like directly behind your fear would be 25 feet essentially.
okay. And then how far away am I from the thief?
30 feet exactly.
Okay. That's too far for produce flame, right? I need to be closer. Or no, it says within 30 feet of you.
Yeah,
you go.
that's just within range.
Okay.
Whip it.
Cool. So I'm gonna do that. Let's see. 6 to hit. Sad.
6 is not gonna hit.
Yep. Okay. That's it.
All right. Next up is the thief.
Okay.
Get him out of here.
Bonus action. Turret is going to shoot Elora.
Oh.
That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely
Would
did
that
it.
turret have... Wait, is the beetle thing the turret?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
The beetle turret.
Like Beetleborg.
I love how
Shoot,
it's
I
a
didn't-
literal mounted machine gun.
Yes.
Instead of a beetle.
Well, it wouldn't look like a normal gun to Iggy, so.
Yeah.
I was, yeah. Okay, so 19 to hit. Sorry, where's my die?
I didn't realize that's what shot at me.
Oh, yeah. 7 points of force damage.
Crack.
Okay.
It's also going to then move 15 feet.
Would the owl have moved as well?
The beetle moves.
Oh, yes, the owl would have moved.
Oh yeah, that's the cannon, baby.
Okay. Action. He's going to drop a smoke pellet.
Nice.
Let's see, 10-foot radius. And because you guys would no longer be able to see him, I'm just going to go ahead and hide him. And he's going to move. Let me make sure. Let's see.
I'm in player mode, so I won't be able to see anything.
Yep.
Actually, let me confirm that I am. I wasn't.
I'm just
I am.
checking
I
line
don't
of
see
sight.
him on your screen.
Well, I hid him. The AoE does not actually block line of sight, unfortunately. Yeah, just checking sight
I'm
lines,
player
no one
mode,
would be able to see him. Hyoba would, but Hyoba just went and can't really communicate a location right now.
Yep. All right. Anything else from him?
That's it.
Naka.
My Kalto pack, is that a once per day thing, or is that a how's that?
What is that?
Yeah, it's like a healing pack.
It's a tech power. It's a dispel.
Yeah, so if you have tech points, then you can cast it again. Is that the only tech power you've used? Only like level 1 tech power?
Besides, jump's not a tech power. That's a give thank you thing. Yeah, right.
Right, that's a good thank you thing.
Okay, so then yeah, that's the only tech power I have.
Okay, what's your total tech points?
Where do I see that at?
Probably on the right side. It's under the tab with the lightning bolt.
Yeah, I see tech powers, max power level, tech attack modifier, and tech save DC is the only three I see.
Right above
Are there
max power
boxes
level.
next to tech points?
Oh, there's a box. Yeah. Oh,
One box?
I only have one tech point, so I already used it. So I guess I can't. Yeah, I only have one box.
I feel like you should have more than
point.
Yeah, you can't. You should. You've got to have more than one. We'll look at that later. We'll just assume that you are out for the moment, though.
Okay. All right, because I wanted to use it for Iggy. All right.
Nice.
Look at that headroom.
So all right. So I'm going to because I mean the last I've seen is where Hyoba is, right?
Look at that headroom.
So I am going to run and leap over to this roof.
Okay. Easy jump for you to clear.
30. And right, you said I can't use that the pack, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. Then I might as well just keep dashing, honestly. 'Cause what else am I gonna do?
Let me check
30.
sight lines. You cannot currently
Yeah,
see
if you can dash and get a line of sight on him and then communicate where he is.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the end of this roof right here.
You do see him. Let me reveal him.
Aha! Look at that.
Sick.
He's over here.
I think you have a bonus action if you have anything you can do with that.
Actually, yeah. Since I can see him, I want to use Ranger's Quarry.
Oh, yeah.
And what do you call it? Track him now. So now that I know where he is, once per turn, hit the target with deal 1d4 damage. Oh, that's after an attack, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so now I just have him tracked, I guess. because I can't do anything else with that now.
Okay.
All right. Next up is your fear. We'll move this along because it is
Right.
past midnight.
I'm gonna
yikes.
dash. I
Hurry
can't
up and
grab
catch
my
him.
guy. I can't grab.
Hurry up and catch him.
All right, I'm gonna dash. Whoops! Oh my gosh! Through the smoke here. DMs. I would like before I do something. I'm gonna move here. The colors on his robes. Am I pretty confident that I know these colors
Yeah.
as far as the guild? Okay. I would like to get close, and before I attack, I would like to yell out to him, fellow hound, this is your fear. We have no quarrel with you. Please stop and let us talk.
He would probably stumble a little bit and
Do I see
say
him
back
stumble? Oh, go ahead.
yeah he would say back to you not super loudly, essentially just loud enough for you to hear, and Naka, so just keep in mind the rest of you don't have this information. Your fear is dead. I don't know who you are, but stay away.
Okay. I would like to draw Eorva from its sheath and shout one more time. If your fear is dead, then why am I holding this?
I suppose because you killed him.
Okay. If I must attack, I will. But as your rightful leader, I command you to stop.
He doesn't respond.
Okay.
Get him.
I am going to. Do you still have the
Time
bag?
to die.
Yeah, still has the bag over his shoulder.
Can I try to shoot the bag to that tree in front of him?
That's dope. That is. It would
Steven,
also.
you know you want it to happen. Just
The
let
AC's
it
just going to
happen.
be silly. The AC just let it be silly.
Yeah, the AC is gonna be silly. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. All right. Okay, so +5. I got a 23.
It does not hit a 30 AC.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
You
Oh
are
my
trying
gosh.
to hit something
Alright,
out of his
alright.
hands, rip it out of his hands, and pin it to a tree. That's a ridiculous shot.
know
While
who
you're
I
both
am?
running.
Do you know
That's an
Level two.
absurd shot.
Level 2. Alright. Okay, so that was my action. That was a fail. I guess I still have my dash speed. Well, that would be an action if I tried to tackle him. So.
Yeah, so that was with the extra movement for getting over the rocks. That's 50 feet. So you got another 20 left. Anywhere within this circle. Oh, sorry, this circle.
I'm gonna run in front of him. Run past him, Naruto running.
Sure. He's gonna take an attack of opportunity as you run past.
Oh, as I run past him with an attack of opportunity? Okay, alright.
Well, when you move out of his range, if you stay just on the square directly in front of him,
Yeah,
as in one square behind that,
this one here.
yeah, that you won't take an attack of opportunity.
Okay. I want to
And
stop.
you'll get
him.
one on him.
I want to stop right here, and I once again want to command him to stop as the founding of the hounds.
You can rotate your character if you hold.
I don't know
Alt
how to do
when you
that.
hold them.
Alt.
Hold Alt.
Stop in the name of the law.
Vidar.
I would like to
30 AC.
run here, and I can see Iggy not doing well.
Yeah.
Probably.
Then I'll use Culto Pact.
Yeah.
Sick.
Heal him. I'll send that number in a second, and then, with my movement action, just that's a bonus action, I would like to dash and get farther. I think I can do 25, because 5 to get over the rock.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice. All right. Alora.
All right, I'm going to move a little closer to this thing, and I'm gonna cast Thunder Wave. And I think because I used my Tides of Chaos, I'll need to roll my D100 as well. Is that right? I used it when we were fighting the cultists.
Yes.
Okay. So I do. Does it matter if I do my spell first or the D100?
Nope.
Okay.
87.
Thank you.
All right, and I'll need a Constitution saving throw from the cannon, the beetle.
Okay, con save? Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nat 2. No.
Oh, great. Okay, so 9 points of thunder damage, and it's pushed 10 feet away from me.
Into everybody else's sight. I'm just kidding.
Okay. It looks rough.
Okay, cool. And then D100. 77.
This wild magic?
Mean anything?
Excuse me? What?
Yes. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
I need you to make a saving throw. This is going to be a a
First wild magic.
wisdom
wild
saving
magic.
throw.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
8. Oh,
8.
gosh.
One moment. Let me pull this out here.
What just happened?
My first one was a bad one? Oh no.
Laura, she just
Uh-oh.
went to Mars.
It doesn't have this. Okay, hold on. I gotta find a suitable replacement. Okay, this'll work. You polymorph into what is supposed to be a sheep.
no.
Right now, we're just calling it a bunny.
Oh my god. Oh no. Amateur.
That is incredible.
Go
There was a
God.
2% chance for that to happen?
Yep. There was also a 2% chance for her to cast Fireball centered on herself and immediately
Yeah, I'm really
die,
glad it
so-
wasn't that
Oh.
one. So.
Oh, wow.
Love it. All right.
My gosh.
Just to call it out, this lasts 1 hour.
Oh.
We can finish it early though, right?
Sheep?
If we,
If you damage her, yes, you can end it
okay.
early.
Oh.
Well, I guess we wouldn't know what polymorph is, but
No, you would not know.
No, nobody saw it
Ember's
happen
probably
either.
yeah no. So you just have no idea where
Does she
Allura
have the
is.
gonna
stats
show
of a
up
sheep
as-
right now, like the intelligence and everything?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my
oh
god.
no.
That's right.
I love
My
that.
guys
Oh,
are
that's
all
like this wild magic
So
thing.
funny.
All right,
Oh my
Iggy.
gosh.
That's funny.
All right. I'm trying to get over there to the other side of the bubble. Is this rock difficult terrain?
It's 5 feet to get over. 5 additional feet in addition to your movement, whatever that is.
Okay, so 10, 20. Oh my gosh.
Would you like me to?
Please.
Move.
That's 20 feet so far. Get me another 15. I want to see where I am.
50.
Okay. I am going to use my slow time ability.
Slow time.
Okay.
Realize we haven't.
All right. I have an extra 15 feet of movement. I want to get outside that bubble.
Whoa.
That was 1 off of a max roll. I could have gotten up to 20.
Jeez.
Okay. And I will now.
Blow me up.
No.
He just yeets the Masonic charge in his hand. Atomizes everybody.
I will now use my action to force disarm and pull
there you go.
the bag.
Very interesting.
I need a strength or a dex save. He gets to choose.
It's better
Oh,
than
good.
30 AC on it, okay?
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 2, so
Oh, let's go.
yeah, total is 6.
Copy that. That bag is now in my hand.
Cool.
Wow.
You now have a bag.
Sick.
There's nothing in it, Trey.
Ember.
I think I'm still behind the rock.
There you are. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
You're not gonna come down here and grapple him.
You got it.
If I go like to the left of the smoke bubble, am I able to like see him at all? Like if I head that way around it?
Along this wood path.
Yeah, like if I hop over the fence.
Sorry, you were stuck. I gotta do this and then measure.
Good, that's perfect for your character.
All right, so that's 15
Alright.
feet.
Okay.
Along with your gods.
Can go there. Oh no, there's a pile of wood in the way.
Stupid pile of wood.
No, you might just. I don't know. From Tailspire's view, it doesn't look like you would have line of sight. I might be willing to say like 3/4 cover.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fine.
How far away is he? I'm assuming way more than 30 at this point.
Oh yes,
30.
yeah,
Okay.
50.
Yikes.
Can you attack as a sheep?
Oh yeah, I can.
Yeah, flip it to that.
I got a hoof and a bite.
Yeah,
Better
bite
watch
that-
out.
Bite that cannon.
Yes.
Hoof it to death.
How far away is your fear? He's like super close, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm on top of him.
He's-
5 feet.
Yeah, he's just 5 feet in front of him.
Go ahead,
Dang,
drop a
Flab.
fireball on me.
Well, I was gonna do ice knife, but then that would shatter and hit you. So
Do what you gotta
Yes, it
do.
would.
Play it as the character.
she wouldn't want to hit you.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's
She
what
wouldn't.
she is doing.
Yeah, she would watch you die by his hands rather than hit you with her own. So she's just gonna
Sweet.
sit tight and just.
You may
hang
actually
You-
get to
you
see
do-
that happen.
You could dash if you want.
No, I'm gonna hang right there.
Alright.
All right.
What's he?
Beef.
What's he do?
Okay. Bonus action disengage
Clever.
and run over here and Whee! Could I get a d6 of damage, please?
Yeah. 1.
Okay. And gonna dash. Where's he going?
There you go, Ember.
Oh, come on.
Gonna get over there.
Sweet. Love it.
Okay, that's his turn.
All right. Next up is Naka
All right.
on the rooftop.
Obviously, I'm gonna slide off this rooftop.
Yes,
Oh,
you are.
yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Acrobatics check.
Knock
Okay,
a daddy.
you
Let's
land.
go.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh the gosh.
He slid up the roof.
Ooh.
Okay. Acrobatics. Is that what you're
Yeah.
doing?
See how if you're taking damage.
Oh. It's a dirty 20.
Frickin' somersault on the way down.
Love it.
Breaks into a
3-point
full
stance.
sprint.
Tom Cruise
Right over-
sprinting.
I'm
Or
imagining from Iggy's standpoint, slow motion, this hulking Yankee flying over it.
So here's 30. Okay.
Love
I
that.
still can't see him though, right?
No, he is under
Under.
that bridge thing.
Can I do another acrobatics check and jump off this one?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
On his turn, I meant to correct something. He would not have recognized the sword. He would have said something along the lines of, "I have no idea what that is."
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so acrobatics check again. Oh my gosh, guys. 19 plus 2.
Nice.
So
Easy.
21.
Let's go.
Do another flip here.
Frickin' Captain America. Just
Yeah.
And pop. I'm gonna be right there though. Yeah.
Yep.
Right beside him. Yep.
Oh, he's
And-
within 5 feet.
Okay.
Look at
Yep.
that.
Incredible.
Just ate one of his bonus actions.
You gonna do
Yes, he did.
lethal damage or non-lethal?
Find out on his turn. Your fear.
I'm gonna come. I'm gonna
I'm gonna
go down
come.
here. I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, that's what I'm gonna come. All right. So I'm gonna come down here. I'm sorry. That was. I think I measured it out.
20.
Yeah, 65 is like right up here.
You should have 70 total.
Okay. Cool. 70 was.
You're passing him at this point.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what your plan is.
I don't know what my plan is. You know what my plan is? Can I just sprint full dash and try to just tackle this dude to the ground? I'm
Yeah.
really tired of him running
Sure.
because he's a little turd.
Yeah, grapple check. So athletics check versus his acrobatics.
Okay. You said athletics.
Yep.
Yep.
Dirty 20.
Okay, good. I rolled relatively low. That was a 15.
Okay. Old man is tired. Old man tackle.
Full tackle.
Okay. I'm just gonna say you're both on the ground because that's fun.
That's fine. And I'm gonna tell him
did say he
stop
was gonna come.
running. I'm gonna come. And I came.
Vidar.
Yeah.
Do I know where they are, or do I still think they're over by the corner of the house?
You would have seen them run over there.
Yeah, you have a little bit of a line of sight over there.
Okay.
So,
Then I'd like to go next to where Ember is.
yep.
Oh. And then prepare an action if the thief gets out from under your fear and runs away.
gonna shoot him.
Laura the sheep.
Just to blow his brains out. And Alora is a sheep.
What's a sheep speed, like 2? Like, what, I'm just
It's actually 30 feet, but I was looking. I see 2 different stats. One doesn't allow me to attack, and the other one does.
Use the one that allows you to attack. That's fine.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna meh, over here, and I'm going to poof and
Okay.
bite.
Hoof and
Oh,
bite.
can
Hoof
you
and bite.
does the sheep have multi-attack, or does it only have...
Oh, let me see.
If it doesn't say multi-attack...
You don't have multi-attack. It's a question you just asked.
character you didn't do.
if
No, there is no multi.
Okay, then you can either bite or hoof.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
Okay, you get only 6 attacks. All right. No more than that.
This is giving me a lot of advantage, you guys. Okay, we're gonna do the hoof. Okay, so plus 3.
Instead of
to hit.
1d2. No, I'm kidding. I'm just gonna. You flip a
Final
piece of
fight.
paper. Yeah.
Final fight, we're gonna have our BBEG
Okay.
and a party
19.
of 6 sheep. That's all it's gonna be.
Hey, we did it with dinosaurs, okay?
That's
19 hits, though not by much.
Okay, and then
Dang.
1d4 plus 1. Okay.
I see.
Kill this is
3 points of damage.
Do it.
Nice.
And you snap it in half. With little sheep.
You have officially leveled up now. You're sheep.
Oh man.
You're now a level 3 sheep.
All right. Back around to the top, Iggy.
Yeah, I'm gonna also come down here.
Got another 10 feet.
5. And I am going to prepare an action to, if he starts to get up and run, I will break.
Start blasting.
I will break the
Oh.
the tree here,
Oh,
and just try
Mushroom.
to mushroom and try to scare the snot out of him.
That's cool.
Interesting.
That's cool. Intimidation.
what kind of
tactic.
mushroom that is. All right. Next up is Ember. Would you also like to prepare to shoot him?
Yep.
If he gets up?
Yeah. I'll probably move a little bit closer. I don't know how far away I am right now from him. Because I need to be
Probably
within.
too far for Produce Flame.
Yeah. So I want to get
You wanna
within
move him, Steven?
30 feet.
There you go.
And then.
That's 25.
Perfect. And then I'll prepare produce flame.
Cool. All right. The thief. You are very thoroughly surrounded.
Yep. He's at least still gonna try to break the grapple. So your fear, I'll need another athletics check. I got a 15 again.
Okay, I got a 16 because I had 17 minus
Nice.
1 for athletics.
Okay. You keep a hold of him. He's got nothing.
I would
Yep,
like
that's all he's got.
to take my sword and dig it into his side without cutting him. But I look him in the eyes and tell him I'm the reason why you can wear those robes today. Stop fighting now.
He doesn't seem to react so much to your words as to the sword pressed against his throat.
Perfect.
But he does stop and sit still.
Can I yell to Iggy to check the
Hands
bag?
very carefully away from his weapons.
Okay.
And I think with that, we will leave it off for next episode for your interrogation with the thief.
More.
I just wanted to punch him with my stun gauntlet one time.
There will be time
You were
for that knockout.
Just being the ultimate superhero, you didn't hit him one time. But it looked cool to
We
just
literally
jump in
did
all over
zero
the place.
damage to this guy at all. We just ran the whole time. An exciting
That's
combat.
funny. Yeah, the fall did more damage than we did to him. So.
Wonderful.
A very
Well,
cool map you
that's
guys
cool.
made.
Yes.
Yeah,
Very
It's
cool.
fun.
it's fun. The we were hoping we didn't quite get there, but the plan was that he was going to run through the mushroom field and start blowing up various mushrooms with
To have all the
various status
gas.
effects.
Oh, that would have been cool.
But
All right, let's restart
you
it.
caught him right before. Caught him one turn early, unfortunately.
Yep.
Wait, so if I had blasted that mushroom, that would have created a cloud of nasty? Oh boy.
Who knows what have happened?
I mean, I didn't
could have
hold
all been
that.
sheep.
I actually shot it.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. And we go to trailer.